Wait. This is being streamed?
Aguardo!
Yes, it is being streamed, Panda.
Amazing. I'm gonna...
Welcome back
While
to
it's
being on stream.
I can't scream Zawardo anymore.
Yes, you can.
Aguardo!
See? Anyway, let
I
us...
said I can't.
fair enough. Let us begin. So, this is SCP Agents, a game based off of, well, the SCP writing project using the Savage Worlds system, along with quite a few things from Deadlands. And that's a host, because, yeah, Panda, thanks. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
And we played this once with Mutants and Masterminds. There's been a couple of changes because obviously Fair Force 1 is now playing in my ears, and I can't hear anything. Anyway, I meant to turn that down. I gotta remember to do that. Anyway, point is, we played some Mutants and Masterminds. I found Savage Worlds system, the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, and I love the system, so we're gonna do that in this system from now on, and I finally got everything set up for that. So, to begin, let's give you guys some fate chips first of all, because you guys are probably gonna need those if you don't want to die.
Boy.
So, the thing is, I'm gonna give all of you, I'm gonna give all of you 3. Well, no, I have to give Green, Odie, Panda, and myself 3, because somebody wanted to draw one before we started.
Can I draw 2 more?
Yeah, I'm getting to that. And then I got a deal 2. It is not. And finally, I draw a 3rd one. Let's see what it is. Hey, look at that. It's a red. So, fate chips work like bennies in the regular Savage World system, but they can be used. The blues and reds can be used for more fun things. Simple answer is whites can be used to soak wounds, reroll rolls, or automatically unshake yourself. Reds can be used to add a d6 to any trait roll you make, though if you use a red one, I get to draw a new fate chip as the GM and use that to kill you. And blue ones can be used like the red ones, adding a d6, or like a white one. Red ones can be used like a white one, and I don't get one if you use them like that, but blue ones can be used either way, and I don't get a fate chip for that, so they're the best kind. I'll go across here to show you guys, to show the fate chips here. Odie and Panda got 3 whites, Greentron got a red and 2 whites, and Rook got America.
America!
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Of course Rook got it.
I know, right? Anyway, so we will begin then, and we're going to begin not in this briefing room, but somewhere else entirely. We're going to be beginning in a bit of a pull away from where you guys are right now. And for this, of course, none of you will be able to use fate chips because this isn't you or your characters. So, you know, don't be worried if the entire thing goes terribly wrong. And we will be beginning in this cave. Don't worry, that's not for Jeremy's. He's not a clone. That's just to represent soldiers. For those of you who don't know, Jeremy was a soldier character who was supposed to be a minor NPC that never came back, that they turned into basically a gun dealer.
There were a lot of minor NPCs that weren't supposed to come back.
Honestly, I think there's more minor NPCs that weren't supposed to come back that stuck around than anything else. That aside, this is a cave in an area that's undisclosed, somewhere south of Russia, near the Ukraine, maybe in it. In this cave, it has been reported that there is a SCP, or something similar, that has a nest here, a series of creatures or other such things, and an MTF team has been sent to capture, retrieve, and then clean up the area, essentially. Because the nearby town of Vertunsk has been completely wiped off the map. All of its residents dead. And we have these soldiers here from an MTF team. This MTF team, I believe, let me find it. This is Iota 7. Not necessarily a fantastic, they don't have a fantastic track record, but they're effective. This SCP has been known to shirk away from light, at least so far, and that's why they have these things set up here. But we're gonna go into a mass combat here, because they are fighting the SCPs here. And I want you guys each to basically, you'll be each be controlling one of these squads and deciding how you want to work in this mass battle. So, let's hear what you guys got to say about this.
Dibs on the far left.
All right, I'll give you dibs on the far left.
I got those on the far right.
Gotcha. I'll give you control of the far right in a moment.
Middle right.
Okay.
Can I be the cone template?
No, you cannot. Middle right is Greentron.
Hey.
Get out of here, cone template. And that means middle left is going to be OD, also known as Spider. All right, so you guys are basically acting collectively as a command for this group of soldiers. Each one of these tokens represents a group of soldiers. It's not just 4 guys. It's like squads of 6 to 10, depending. So what is the plan here? So far, they've been fighting these things and have been able to push them back with light fire and guns and grenades. And ahead is more of an open area.
Do we have comms?
Yes, they have comms between each other.
Okay.
I would say that since there's no stemming the tide from just back here, they should potentially move up and find their nest and potentially even collapse it.
Potentially collapse the nest. Okay. Basically, each of you is working as a sergeant and/or captain for each of these squads and communicating together on the best plan and what you're going to do. So, Isnot, you called far right, didn't you?
Far left.
Far left. Sorry, far left. Far left is Isnot's. I should put nameplates on them or something. That will help me. I'm gonna do that really quick. But so, Isnot's group, we're gonna call them. Iota 7 Alpha. It's just going to go left to right, so Alpha, Beta, Charlie, and Delta.
Gotcha.
Damn it, I'm a beta.
Yes, you are.
I'm a Delta.
He's not a Charlie.
I'm a Delta.
Wow.
All right, so with that order, your squad will begin moving forward. What are the other 3 of you going to be doing to either support or implement your own plan for this?
Well, in my case, there's that little rock formation in the center that can serve as cover.
Yep.
I'd like to hold position around that and just basically maintain overwatch.
Hold position with cover and basically protect the area while providing support for people moving up?
Yep.
Cool. Let's move you up there. And Isnot, your group is going to be moving up over to here. Odie and Panda, what are your 2 groups doing?
I'm gonna wait to see what Odie does.
Squad beta is gonna, we're gonna be moving up towards the right, but keep on going straight.
Okay, so you're gonna follow basically the left side of that pillar in front of you, right?
This side, the right side.
That right side. Okay, so you're moving right. So this way, right? Like about there.
Yeah.
Cool. Panda, your squad.
I want to go to the far right.
Far right. So you're moving up along this side.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that in mind, we're going to go into battle rolls, and because you guys were the right flank is very well protected, and Greentron, you had a good idea of covering in general, so we're going to make battle rolls now. That means that just one of you, and because Isnot went first here, we're just gonna have him do it. I need you to roll a d6 exploding dice plus 2. Because the 3 of you on the right, great teamwork, and Greentron, good idea to cover the others while they move. So you guys get a plus 2 for circumstance here. That's a 5. Alright, and let's see how this does against... Let me pull them out of the info overlay so you guys can see what you're up against.
Ew.
Swarms of centipedes. Large, venomous, and very, very painful. Let's see how you do against them.
Oh, yikes.
They have a -2 because there are less of them than there are of you. And look at that. You have managed to do some serious damage to them. You got 1 success, they failed, which means one of them is eliminated. However, because of that, it does mean you guys do sustain some damage because you didn't succeed by a lot. You didn't get a raise over them. Well, actually, no, you did. No, you got one. No, you got a raise over them. So that means you guys don't actually take too much damage. You're able to control that very well. But seeing that now there's some over here, well, the ones on the left are still remaining, considering 3 of you weren't firing. We're going into round 2. What's the plan now?
I want to move to the far left, behind
Move straight over to the left and start firing from there. Take a position behind Isnot's squad.
Yeah.
All right, so Delta quickly moves
support.
over behind Alpha and starts trying to provide fire support to the left side.
So there's a full squad of people. Can I say that I order my troops to target them while I look for more?
Well, it's a full squad, but none of you guys aren't with these squads. It's you're taking the role of captains to help work with a mass battle idea here. These aren't your own characters. Don't worry.
Well, yeah, I'm saying as the idea of the captain.
Yeah, you want to split your forces a little bit here.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you doing exactly? What are you doing then? So
off,
fire support, and you're gonna have a scout, a couple of scouts check the right side.
Yes, basically, I'd like to move up here, as that's a better position against the ones that are already shown.
Yep.
And then scout for more.
Indeed, scouting is a good idea. What about Odie? What is Beta gonna do?
I'm gonna move with his scouts.
Move with the scouts. Okay. So
Oh yeah, what's Beta gonna do?
No, Squad Beta. So good idea. Overall, so this time because we're just going. I'm just gonna go. Oh, sorry. Were you gonna change your tactics here?
I mean, I didn't state my tactics.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you did. I thought you were gonna keep firing.
Well, that is what I'm going to do. I just didn't say anything because I didn't get a chance.
Okay, fair enough. So you're gonna stay. You're gonna hold position, dig in,
Hold
and
position
keep firing.
and focus fire.
Okay. And so that means Odie, you're gonna move. You guys are gonna move up there. Great. Decent idea. And Odie, because you're the next one in the line, because we're going left to right now. Why don't you roll me a battle check? This one is going to also be a +2 because of working together and scouting and all that.
Nice.
Very good. Let's see how. And they're at a -3 because they are heavily outnumbered now. That is a success with a raise, meaning you guys don't take any damage and you eliminate that swarm. However, that's where things get bad. Because as that swarm dies down and you all check your surroundings, it was a good idea to scout, but you were looking in the wrong direction. Because the lights behind you go out. And behind you is this. And ahead of you are these. Alright then. More and more centipedes of varying sizes and types. And now you are surrounded. That means you're going to have a -2 to your battle roll. What are your tactics for this round?
Guys, there's no worry. They're toothless.
Centipedes don't need teeth, they have mandibles.
I think I'm going to have my troops retreat around this side so they don't have anything coming from their backs and firing in this direction.
Okay. Moving into a dead end in order to protect yourself?
Yeah.
Good plan.
I'm a little far away to follow.
There's no way they're going to be... Actually, they should probably stick with the group. So they were here. They'll do this. They'll do the same thing, but from this side, I guess.
Oh, they're trying to move over to the right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since that's where the other groups are.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to roll me a d6 then, because this would be out of the range of their normal movement. So roll me a d6, because that'll be their run die, and we'll see how well that goes for you.
Okay.
Hey, look at that. That's pretty good. That will get you enough distance.
Okay.
Basically, your squad double times it over to the cover in that alcove over there. Let's ask Panda, because you're also on the left side here, and you just saw that squad immediately book it to the right. What are you going to do?
I want my squad to kind of press up against the the other two squads, the Odis, I guess, and I mean, Azans and Greentrons.
Okay, so you're trying to get over to that pillar, essentially.
Yeah, and I want them to focus on the what's behind it.
What's behind you? Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, so also you can get to there without any real worry, and then you're going to be focus firing behind you, Green and Odie.
Alright, I'm gonna be staying exactly where I am, because there's not much of a good spot in general.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the ruler tool?
It's
Right below the magnifying glass.
Basically, keeping behind cover from this thing, and then aiming at either these 3 groups, or maybe these 4 if I can also catch all of them, but...
Basically, you're just trying to provide suppressive fire in that area.
Yeah, specifically aiming to the left as opposed to the right side.
Fair enough. Odie.
Figure we'll move over a little bit to the right and then focus on the right side that's in front of us.
Okay, so like over here?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's not
that I guess mine will be focusing on this one.
Okay, so basically, through volume of fire, you're trying to split up and suppress the enemy so that they can't advance on you to make use of their surrounding, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good idea. I like the concept. However, there are 8 of them and only 4 of you. And this goes to Squad Charlie now, because you are the one who's next on the list. I need you to roll a d6 exploding -3.
How do I worry about exploding die, or just worry about that?
Just an
An
exclamation mark.
exclamation.
Just an exclamation
So
mark.
D6 explanation.
Yeah,
plus-
-3.
or -3.
Ooh, that's not good. And let's see how they did.
Ooh.
That's a success with a raise. That means 2 of the squads are immediately wiped out. And there is a roar from outside the cave of something even larger than what has advanced. And this one advances very quickly, dodging through the hail of bullets, and lobs a glob of acid at the lead unit in Pandas in Squad Delta here, covering him entirely in this burning acid. And with that, it cuts away. And you realize, looking at the static of the screen, that was from a body cam of a soldier who had died in that cave that Mills was showing you the remaining video of. So, yeah, pretty gruesome, huh?
Yeah, don't much like crawler things.
Yeah, me either. But as you can see, there were more than expected there, and as far as we can tell, Iota 7 completely wiped out. Nothing left. More intelligent than we gave him credit for, but that's why we're sending you guys in. This will be a pretty simple op. It's not going to be a regular slash and burn like you'd probably be used to against this sort of thing. Instead, we got you 3 objectives here. First, he clicks a button and the screen flicks to a assortment of various like mechanical diagrams. Which Bishop, roll me an electronics roll.
Yep.
You haven't seen anything like this before, but you can get the general sense of what it is, but, you know, it takes you a second while looking at it, and Mills does get to it before you realize that this is a diagram for a firebomb. With enough pressure in that cave, should take out the entire system, burn away everything that's left. Thing is, we needed to be planted inside the mouth of the cave. That pillar you saw during the combat, we're thinking that's the best place to rig it up. Should take out that and collapse it, burn the entire thing to the ground. So we need you to get in there and do that. Second objective is to check the town of Vertunsk for any survivors from Iota 7. We're fairly sure they got wiped out in the whole... he looks at the last few images of the acid glob coming towards the screen. We're pretty sure they got mostly wiped out, but there's a good chance some of them got back to the fallback point. Shouldn't be any residents, so don't worry about being stealthy or keeping your gear hidden from them. And yeah, you'll be working with the creepy crawlies. At a 7 on this one. They're going to be on the other entrance to the cave system, with flamethrowers and the like, trying to burn out and keep them, the larger ones, hopefully drawn out that way so you can get the bomb down. Any questions?
There was
Sounds
2
simple
objectives.
2 objectives, like I said. First, to get that firebomb down on that pillar. Second one is to check the town of Vertunsk for any survivors. We'll be dropping you there, so you can check there first. Maybe you'll find something.
That's where you would say 3. Fair enough.
My character raises his hand.
Oh, technically there's a 3rd objective, but it's really just this. There is this, one of the commanders who was on site had this laptop with some interesting data on them, but we're not expecting that to have survived. If you can get to the command tent and pick it up on your way out, that'd be good.
Fair enough. I'll keep an eye out, but no promises.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Yeah, what is it, Crow?
We're supposed to expect everything there to be hostile, so
Give or take, unless you run into survivors.
shoot to kill except survivors.
You saw those things on the cams, yeah? Those things are, don't worry about them. We're not gonna question you if you shoot them down.
Alright, just making sure, because, sometimes the science doesn't like that.
Yep, yeah, no problem. No problem at all. Any more?
Are we getting any specialty equipment for this job?
None specifically assigned to you. These things, they avoid light, so they stay in the caves, and they seem to have a penchant for avoiding fire, if that helps you, but the specialty equipment's going to add a 7 on this one to help keep them distracted and pushed back in the cave, so you can do your job.
Fair enough.
Does this go for any forms of light, or just specific types?
Has to be a certain brightness. When the sunlight was still coming through the cave, while Iota 7 was trying to deal with them, but wasn't enough to scare them off, I guess.
So theoretically speaking, flash grenades would...
Might disorient them, might chase them away for a little while, but bright lights for a short period of time probably isn't going to do much. Current designation is SCP-363.
So can I, specifically try to find more information about that?
Roll persuasion.
After the briefing?
Yeah, roll persuasion.
Okay.
With your +2, because you have security clearance. That didn't... That's...
That's a 4 and a 1.
You have a -2 on that. Not... Yeah. It's supposed to be +2, not -2.
It says my +2 here. Oh.
That's weird.
So it's supposed to be...
Oh, just...
Oh,
I don't really know, but
wait, did it
anyways.
say... Is it saying you're untrained? Either way, that should be... So +4 on that, so 7. A 7. Okay. I'll tell you more about that while everyone's down in the gear room.
Okay.
Any more questions?
None from me.
Oh, and for obvious reasons, I can't tell you exactly where we're landing, but it's on the town name is Vertunsk. It's in the Eastern Bloc, not in Russia or anywhere that hopefully will cause any problems, but do keep it quiet if you can.
So what you're telling me it's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be cold? No, it's a little south, and it should be warm enough, but might help to bring a coat.
Also, well, I'll worry about it later once we're actually starting to move. So, but I do have a thing I'd like to build.
Okay. Regular gear and equipment will be down in the gear room. Miller should be on site to get you on a plane. Should be there in a couple hours max.
Copy that. Rook will head to the gear room.
Yeah.
Dodger.
Alright, seems like a good one.
Have a good time, Phil.
You too, Mills.
Assume it's this way.
Yes.
Cool.
The other way leads to the cafeteria.
Alright, cafeteria it is.
Alright, so let's get you guys down into the gear room. I can't remember if I cleaned this up since last time you guys were down here. I did not. Let me fix that.
Oh, so many corpses.
So many corpses. All over the place.
I just remembered I never actually bought a stun gun.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Alright, so guys out heading into the gear room.
Reorganize my equipment at some point.
Just walks in with a bowl of chili.
A bowl of chili, nice.
Yeah.
Alright, well, go on.
My roll 20 froze.
Oh,
That's a shame. Hey, you
There
Phil.
we go.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing. Just got to refit the van for air travel.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Did you say refit the van for air travel?
Yeah, is it chili day?
Yeah, chill it. You want some?
I'd love some.
Yeah.
Hell
Just
yeah.
hands in the bowl.
Hell yeah, brother. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Wasn't gonna finish it anyways.
He loves chili, Rook.
I love me some chili. Yeah, he does too, but
Oh, hello there.
what is Crow doing?
What is Crow doing?
Crow's pacing.
Why? Why?
Can you paste in a different spot that ain't, blocking us?
Look.
Hey
there's a line-
everyone, what you coming down here for?
Looking for our gear. We got an assignment.
Yeah. What team are you guys?
I assume I would know the answer to this, but I already
Yes,
forgot.
yeah.
I've also already forgotten.
Omega 13 or Stormwalkers, either works.
Stormwalkers.
Oh, you guys are okay. Oh, you're the ones heading over to Eastern Europe. Yeah, your gear should be down far end of the row. All of it should be there. It's in the box labeled for you. I added some cold weather attachments just in case.
Thank you kindly.
Did you fix my revolver?
Should be fixed. Here's the 357.
Yes.
How did you break that anyway? It was twisted into like 14 different letters.
You know what? Things happened, and
Look, I would have just gotten you a new one if you didn't specifically request that it be fixed. It took me 3 hours to melt it down and rebuild it.
thank you. I appreciate it very much.
Yep.
That has a lot of sentimental value.
Rook takes out his shotgun revolver and rubs it down. Just make sure there's no one touched it. No one touched it.
Of course.
Yeah, looking good. How's my baby doing?
Is there like a particular area for just all of the spare parts I'm also going to bring?
Those
bringing along?
those go in the boxes over here.
Oh, okay.
So, first of all, that roll you made to get some more information. There's a lot of information because they've been mostly just recently contained. But what you do find is that this SCP-363, it has an affinity for darkness, and in darkness it begins to grow and mutate into hideous forms and various other types of things. Now, they tend to have a weakness for fire, and they have different designations depending on how long they've been growing. Of the ones that you're able to get access to, you find SCP-363-A and SCP-363-N. A is the variant that spat the glob of acid at the soldier and melted him in his body can. They're more advanced and appear to have been in the dark for a lot longer. 363-N are quoted as normal in that they are within the bounds for what a regular centipede could grow to be, but they tend to swarm, bite, and they have poisons.
Do they have any specific do they just dislike light, or does it
When
actually weaken them?
When exposed to light for a long enough period of time, they begin to shrink back into regular centipede size.
Ah. Is it anything mentioning how long that is, or can that be upwards of minutes?
It depends on the size of the centipede, though usually if it's SCP-363-A, it takes at least 5 to 10 minutes of direct bright light.
Ah.
Consecutive teleport flashbangs back and forth.
Yes. However, they will avoid that bright light if possible, so if you are able to create a bright light, they will avoid going into it even for a few seconds.
Speaking of bright light, I'm gonna go ahead and go over here and start working on a device.
I go here and I pick up my tonfas and I spin them in my hands and then I put them in their sheath.
I just need to find it.
I'll just be attaching my go over to my right side and
Mhm.
the rifle to my back.
Yep. Okay.
Rook is just like gathering all his ammo.
Yes.
There's so much of it.
His like 80 pounds of equipment. Yes.
Also, Crow will be getting his ammo as well.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys get your stuff. You go back out to Miller, and you notice there are foldable wings on the van. Well, hop inside when you're ready.
Checking.
Does that thing fly?
Yeah.
You
Just-
know, I don't do flying.
Well, how the hell else are you planning to get to Eastern Europe, bro?
By land and sea.
Yeah, we don't have time for that shit.
So, question. They're like rocket boosters on the back, too. It just turns from the muffler into some kind of...
Not for the muffler, no.
So that wasn't a no for anything else?
Not for the muffler.
Mm,
You might want to hold on to something.
I'm just gonna... There are no seat belts back here.
Not anymore.
What? Where'd you put them?
He hits a button on the console in front of him, and the doors slam shut, and you can hear a locking click.
Oh, shit.
And then he floors it. And then he floors it. So you braced yourself. Phil is in the front seat, so he has cushioning. Crow and Bishop, I need each of you to make agility rolls.
The worst part is I was already getting ready to start working on something.
Should have worked on it outside.
Ah,
Should have worked on it outside.
I don't know why that says encumbrance -2, so you should actually have a +2 to that. That's why it gave you -2 earlier, I think. But
How do I fix that then?
let me take a look at it. But that is a 4, which is a success.
Okay.
Oh wait, it says you have 41 pounds carried, didn't you?
It should not be 41.
You put
Oh, wait.
Did you put 9 somewhere else to account for the spare parts?
No, I didn't. But I might have...
Well, I think it's from the laptop and other like gear that you have. You have like 2 stun grenades, which are...
Well, I have a
Dude.
simple solution because I think I might have just miscalculated weight in the first place. Gonna give the grapple gun to Rook.
Okay. Rook has the grapple gun. That's 10 off of that. So you're good.
So,
Great. Awesome.
10 onto Rook, okay.
Yes. And Crow, you made an agility roll. You failed. That's great. You take a level of fatigue from bumps and bruises.
Ugh.
as you fall over and hit your head on the floor of the van. Because yes, it does have jet boosters. And yes, it is flying. This is why Crow doesn't fly. And you guys are now in the air. So, let's take the time while you guys are flying through the air to hear a little bit about your characters. Phil went to go get water, so we'll wait to talk to him last. So let's start with Rook. Who is Rook? What does he do?
Rook is a fairly rough and tumble man. He shoots things, he punches things, he shoots and then punches things.
That he does.
He is the front line of this group. He wears the heaviest armor out of all of them, and carries the most, I do believe. He carries a bar, he carries a shotgun revolver, and he carries a shield.
Yeah. Rook is carrying like what? How much weight is it? Is it like 70 or something?
Currently 69.
Nice. Rook carries the team on his back almost literally. It's great.
Well, I hate to ruin the 69, but if you had the 10 from the grappling hook...
I just did.
Excellent.
Oh, nice!
Excellent. Now let's go to Greentron and Bishop, the man who has just given a grapple gun to the resident pack mule.
Well, to start off with, he's basically just the technician. He builds bullshit devices, which I'm gonna do soon enough.
Weird science.
You know, as a lot of things that definitely shouldn't physically be possible, but are anyways, because weird science.
Yes, indeed.
Apart from that, he's sort of a commander type role. At least learning. It's kind of... Not the best at it yet, but
He says he's the leader, but technically they're all the same rank, Bishop. And we're skipping over Odie because he went to go get some water, so let's go to Panda. Tell us about Crow, who's just hit his head.
He's pretty much the backline of the group. In the literal sense, he's a sniper. He keeps out of everybody's way, and he won't go back to make fun of them or be really cool if the opportunity arises.
Of course, yeah, no, that makes sense. I agree. Odie, are you back? It doesn't appear he is. So Crow doesn't fly, hits his head, sniper. You do know what fatigue does, don't you? Did you mark it down in your character sheet?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, I'll mark it down for you, but remember to do so in the future. Fatigue is essentially it gives you a small penalty to everything you do because you're not feeling full and yourself. Who's Kodiak? The GM sounds like a dweeb. Yeah, that's me. I haven't come up with a good title for what the GM of a Savage Worlds game set in the SCP universe is. Currently, I'm going with Commander, which is basically like Dungeon Master, except for this setting. So, we'll see. That's great. Odie, are you back yet? Because I'm still wondering.
I'll take that as a no.
Yeah, well, he is sick, so I'm not going to rush him too much. We can talk about him when he actually gets. We can talk about Phil when he gets back, who is the accountant.
Phil is back.
Oh, hey, Phil is back.
Hey!
Why don't you tell us about Phil, the accountant?
I'm Phil. I'm an accountant.
You make it so easy to fucking introduce yourself, don't you?
You know, he's right. But he also teleports and has bladed tonfas, so, you know, he's not a regular accountant. He's a cool accountant.
With
Mhm.
taxes.
Taxes. And with that, you are flying in the air for, you know, an hour, maybe two. It's not very long. You can tell by the speed the van is going that this is not a regular jet, at least not for this time period, which, by the way, for those of you who haven't heard of this, or at least what I'm doing, it's the 1970s at the moment. You know, Cold War and all that fun stuff. And the SCP Foundation just has much more advanced tech than the rest of the world, because that's what they do.
Speaking of advanced tech, while we're going there, I'd like to make a
Gadgeteer, yes.
light/darkness power. I'd like to make a light power with a +1 so that it is movable.
Okay. Good idea. Making it movable, otherwise it would just flown right out the back.
I'm not going to be activating it yet.
It was a joke, but yes. So light power that is movable, fantastic. Make a weird science roll at a -2.
Alright. Need to find that. There we go. -2.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's a failure. However, if you would like, you can spend one of your fate chips to re-roll, or you can spend the red one to add a d6.
Yeah, let's use one of the white ones.
Okay, just take it out, put it on the table, I'll delete it later.
Alright.
Oh hey, look at that! Good roll! Good re-roll, gets you up to a 4. Amazing. That one?
So why was it at a -2?
It was at a -2 because that is how the Weird Science Gadgeteer power works. You roll at a -2 in order to create it. So, there you go.
Right, okay.
A giant ship appears, terrifying. Anyway, you land with a bit of bumpy. It's a bit bumpy landing on the dirt road outside of Vertunsk. However, Bishop, you just finished this as you're landing because you spent a little bit of time making sure it actually worked as you wanted it to. And as you can see, it is a very small, very Eastern European town. And you guys land here, and you have the town in front of you. What's the plan?
Rook is going to load his shotgun revolver with all buck. Or, excuse me, all pellets. Whatever.
We should probably start moving quickly and look around.
Buckshot.
I don't want to
yeah.
spend too much time scouting.
Crow wants to load up his equipment.
Well, of course. I mean, I imagine your guns are loaded by the time you land.
I want to question people.
Question
There is no
people.
people.
What people? I don't see any people. Do you see any people?
Let's go to the fallback point, considering we were supposed to check that.
The town was set up as the fallback point. Basically, if anyone needed to retreat, they were told to go to this town here because it was completely abandoned. Well, I say abandoned, but really, the residents were all eaten by SCPs.
Okay, took a look at the bodies.
There is no body.
There are no
Pretty
bodies.
sure.
Again, they were eaten by SCPs.
Then Rook will, I guess, call out, since if there's no one here, then they know, and if there's someone here, then they found them.
Well, yeah, but basically, you guys are you guys going to check the town?
Yes.
Good,
Yeah,
fantastic.
Bro wants to look at the bar and get a bottle.
What?
What's Crow doing?
He's gonna check out the bar.
The bar. Okay, fair enough. There is a bar in this small town. Why wouldn't there be? And I need the three of you that aren't going to the bar to make notice rolls.
Okay.
Not bad.
And
Bishop.
you also have a 1. Just
Yeah, just to have it. Nice D4 notice. I like it. Alright, so Bishop and Spider, you both notice that the town is eerily quiet. Almost no sounds of anything, wildlife included. It is completely silent. Except for the sounds. The sound seems to be coming from a stable on the other side of town. It's very faint and very, very quiet. Rook, however, you're a little bit ahead of the group, so you're able to hear it a little bit better, and it sounds like somebody. It sounds like a lot of movement, yes, and a lot of occasionally hitting a stable door, but it doesn't sound like something trying to get out. It sounds like something too small in a state. It's something too large in too small of an area, and from what you're hearing, it. Ooh, hey, that's a new follower. Nice. I gotta remember to turn those down. It sounds like something that's too large and too small of an area, and every now and then you hear a very quiet squelch.
I see. So, like, Rook slows down to catch up with the others. She's like, alright, so, y'all hear that?
Hmm?
The,
there's something towards the stable area. I thought.
yeah, there's some big in the stable area.
The stable you're hearing this from is attached to a house.
In this, here, stable. I'm going to bet that it's one of them creepy crawlies that, stuck around and might be munched on a certain somebody, since I hear some, ooh, squelching.
Hmm.
So, I'd say, where the hell's Crow?
Speaking of Crow, you found the bar. There is nothing inside of it that is of extreme note besides the shelf of liquor.
Do I happen to know where Crow went?
Roll. How much were you paying attention to, Crow?
Decent amount considering it's part of the squad, but I was kind of more interested in actually looking around.
Crow, were you trying to sneak away, or were you just walking away off to do your own thing?
I was kind of trying to sneak away.
Okay, roll stealth.
God.
Roll stealth, and Bishop roll notice. Okay. Well, you are spotted. In fact, do you have alertness?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, you are in fact spotted by Bishop, but I don't think Bishop stops you from going into the bar. You know that he went into the bar. Crow, however, in the bar because they were talking about the stable. Like I said, there is a bar. There are like 2 tables and 1 shelf of liquor. No bottom shelf, no top shelf, just a single middle shelf.
I like to grab 2 bottles, attach one to my side, and walk out of the bar with one of the bottles on my left hand side, on my left hand.
Okay, so you just wanna you're just taking the one of the bottles basically.
2 of the bottles.
2 of them? Okay. You just have 2 bottles of middle shelf whiskey.
Yeah.
And you know what? 1 whiskey, 1 vodka.
Vodka.
Vodka. Yeah, so you got those. You head outside, and Bishop, and that's when you notice when you are asked, where'd Crow go?
Yeah.
As he's stepping outside the bar.
And then I just sort of look in that general direction. Well, looks like he's over there.
Alright, so we're gonna want him to probably post up if this is something nasty, considering it sounds like it is.
We should probably get ready for a fight.
Yeah.
Crow goes back to reattach his group and says, I was just looking at the bar. It's not much of interest except for some liquids, you know. And he puts up a bottle and shakes it.
If he holds it towards his mouth, I'm going to shoot it.
Crow, do you try and drink some?
Not at this particular moment.
Fair enough. Alright, so I assume you're putting those like in a bag somewhere rather than just holding them in your hands, yeah?
I'm gonna attach one to like a rope to my waist. Just grab it.
So you're gonna have one hanging off your belt.
We
Yeah.
can make Molotov cocktails.
It's true. And you now have one bottle in a bag, 1 bottle on your belt. Cool.
Yeah.
So what are you doing about this stable that may or may not have a creepy crawly in it?
Well, I have to go for a couple minutes, so whatever happens, let me know.
Oh.
God damn it.
All right.
Spider.
When he gets back, make sure we tell him he died.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so Rook opens the no.
What's the plan here? What are you gonna do about this?
Spider is gonna look through a crack.
There aren't any. The stable is actually well built.
Disgusting.
Is there a door?
There is a door.
Is there a keyhole?
Not on the stable. It is actually a latch that would have a padlock, but there's no latch. Like, there's no padlock. It's just latched right now.
Can I see under the door?
You really want to teleport in there, don't you?
Yes.
You can see under the door, but you can't really see where you're trying to teleport.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it then.
Like, you can see under the door, and you can see, like, the floorboards and, like, a little bit, but you're really only looking into one area of the stable. However, do a notice roll for me.
Okay. This D4 notice. Yeah.
You don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Oh, I can't see anything under there.
Get a little dust in
So-
your eyes.
Ow. Alright, Rook, do your thing.
I mean, I was thinking of just shooting in there, but could be some not creeper crawly. If you're alive and sentient, say something.
After that, can just through the barn.
What?
After that warning, can Crow shoot?
What? That's not a warning.
Wasn't really much of a warning. However, you are trying to shoot, yes?
Yes.
Well, that's fair timing because as you're pulling the trigger, and make a shooting roll. However,
So,
you have a pretty heavy penalty to this, and let me move you guys over to this map. The door, basically, you guys trampled over a couple of shrubs. It's fine. You guys are over by the stable door. You are not inside right now.
what did I miss?
Bill looked under the door, didn't really see much, and then Rook said, "If you're alive in there, say something." And then Crow shot after nobody responded.
And then a creepy crawler came out from behind and ate Bishop.
Oh yeah, Bishop's dead.
Bishop's dead.
Oh, get going then.
Let me put you guys on the map here because you guys aren't doing it yourself.
Oh,
So it looks like this isn't a wooden stable.
I thought we were over here.
Oh yeah, I was just putting you guys on the map.
Okay.
Bro,
I
you
feel like Spider's behind Rook.
probably. Bishop, you'd probably be over there. Anyway, so Crow said he was going to shoot. So Crow, I want you to make an attack roll, a shooting roll, essentially. However, you are going to have a pretty That's not a shooting roll. That's a damage roll.
Oh.
Also,
Oh,
also you rolled strength plus d4 for a pistol. That's not quite how that works.
That being said, it'd be real nice if we could take that 6 and 5 on the shooting roll.
It would be. You're just supposed to click on shooting. And I'll fix your Colt Peacemaker while I'm at it.
Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to find the shooting thing.
It's in your skills. It's to the left.
Yeah. Shooting. Now, 4 normally would be a hit. However, you are shooting through wood at something you can't see.
Does the wild die help?
The wild die does not. Well, I mean, he got a 3 on the wild die. It's not going
Okay.
to. However,
So they don't add together.
he does take a shot with his pistol, his revolver. It goes straight through the wood, but in a spot that is not helpful, as the door is burst open by this thing.
I should have just shot.
And we are in initiative.
Oh boy, I want to see how this works.
Hell yeah, brother. So, let me add you guys to turn order here. And this is how it works. So we got this initiative deck here, and I'm going to deal it to the turn order. And then,
Oh!
I sort my card /suit, and Bishop, you're up first.
So about that cone radius.
If you use that, you will set this house on fire.
Is that a problem?
Maybe.
We haven't had much time to actually look around.
You have not searched the house. You do not know what is inside.
It looks like it can easily come out now, right?
Yes.
In that case, I'd like to fall back around up here and urge the others to follow.
How far did
behind
you
me.
move? You can move 6 squares.
That was 6 feet, so...
Yeah.
Well,
6.
yeah,
30
6
feet, yeah.
squares. 30
It's weird I have it in feet, but it's basically 5 feet per square. It's technically 6 feet per square, but whatever. Which is fine. Are you gonna do anything else? Because that's just a move.
I assume I can't hold an action until a later turn because I did also need to move.
You can shoot it.
You can't just hold an action, no. You can't can't just hold ready, you have to go on hold, which is a little bit different.
Yeah, so in that case, I'll shoot it. Well, try.
Try and shoot it, yeah. Roll your shooting. Ooh, that is a d6 plus 1. That you got a 4. 4. Well, that's normally a success. Let's see if there's anything different about this guy. There is! You miss, as he quickly weaves out of the way, going low to the ground. And your shot goes over his head.
Oh fuck, it's his turn next.
Yes, it is!
Slither IO.
Slither IO. Let me get his character. All right.
Cody, what if you didn't open its character sheet?
Then I would just have to roll things naturally. However, I forgot to do this, and I'm going to do this now because I just looked at his character sheet and I remembered this. I need all of you to make a spirit roll at a -2 plus your grit. This is a fear roll. Basically, you have seen something that is creepy, strange, and has surprised you, and as such, you need to make a fear check.
What would the plus grit be?
Basically, because you guys are seasoned, you have 2 grit. This thing is not terribly terrifying because you have seen it before on a screen, but in real life, you still do need to make a roll. Rook, this is nothing to you. You feel nothing.
Wait, so we have 2 grit.
Oh no!
No, no.
Yeah, you have 2
Don't
grit,
roll
which means you have 2 grit, which means this ends up being a +8 with a just no penalty, no bonus.
Okay.
Yeah. You can use a Benny to reroll critical failures, because I did turn that setting rule on for you. Otherwise, that's a
what?
critical failure. A Benny, which is a fate chip.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Yes.
I've used 2 now.
Yep. Yep.
Life is horrible.
Life is sometimes it be like that. Much better.
Yeah.
Much better. And Crow, you got a 4, so you succeed. You succeed now. Spider made it, and Rook feels nothing. You guys are all fine. You've seen this before. You've seen this creature on a screen before. You know what this is, and it's not terribly terrifying, except for Bishop, who was a little bit shocked just because he didn't expect it to burst out of the door. Started to stumble, caught himself, and ended up almost hitting himself in the eye with the gun, which is what snapped him out of it. Like, he nearly punched himself in the face, and he realized, wait a minute, I look like a fucking idiot. So he straightened himself up and moved. However, the rest of you did see him nearly have a panic attack. Do with that what you will. Do with that what you will. I wash my hands of the situation. And
Damn it.
and because it's so close, it is going to move up and attempt to bite Rook.
My parry is 10 with my revolver. Yeah.
It should be because you have a trademark weapon,
Yeah.
which means I believe a 6 is not going to hit you.
Nice.
That's pretty useful. Pretty useful. It did not declare a second action. Even if it is a centipede, it does not get to use all of its arms to punch you.
Okay, good.
Oof.
Rook, that means it's your turn now.
Is there a negative for shooting within melee?
Shooting within melee, you are targeting its parry, rather than the target number of 4.
Naruka's just gonna like back up a little bit.
If you back away, it does get a free attack.
Not AFMB anymore.
Nope. And
He's gonna provoke.
There's a feat that lets you avoid it, but you're gonna provoke.
Rook isn't that gutsy. Wait, what am I saying? He's Rook. He's gonna shoot in the fucking face.
This is Rook we're talking about. All right,
He's
make your
just gonna
shot.
shoot at it.
Make your shot.
This is at a +2 because it's within close range with
And
shot.
then it's at a -2 because he has dodge. So
Oh shit. Fair enough.
a 7 against his parry. His parry is lower than 7. You land a hit. Ooh, good damage. 14. So that was with a shotgun, and 14 means that is a hit with a raise, which would make him shaken and wounded. But I forgot to mention this to you, and it might be useful to know, this guy is a wild card. He gets 2 fate chips of his own.
No!
And he is going to use one of them to attempt to soak that. That is this one, so he's going to attempt to soak that. Let's go, buddy.
Don't do it.
He has soaked the wound, which means he's not shaken or wounded, but you did eat up a fate chip. That's good for you.
I did not declare any other action, so that's that.
Yes. And I'm going to reshuffle the fate chips. All right. There you go. Spider.
All right. I'm move to here,
Yep.
and then I can hit it twice, right?
You could. However, he gets to attack you first, because he has first strike.
Good to see no one is following what I said.
Yeah. Does an
But it's probably
11...
not gonna.
Does an 11 meet or beat your parry?
It meets it.
That's what I thought. That is a shame. It is going to do 11 damage, and you need to make a vigor roll. Now, you can attempt to soak this, because what's your toughness?
I want to soak it.
What's your toughness right now? Just checking.
6.
6. That means that is a hit with a raise, which is shaken and wounded. So, you can attempt to soak by spending 1 fate chip and making a vigor roll.
I'm gonna go. Boom.
Alright.
And then vigor. Oof.
You got a 5. That is enough to reduce 1 wound, which means you are also not shaken, meaning you don't need to make a vigor roll. Good for you! And now you can continue with your turn.
I want to hit it.
You want to hit?
Twice.
Twice? Okay. You have ambidextrous and two-fisted, right?
Yes.
Right. So, let me find two-fisted, because I can't remember how that works. Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. No multi-action penalty, and you don't have an offhand because you are ambidextrous. That means you can make 2 attacks at full attack. An 8 and a 4. The 4 is not going to hit, but the 8 does. It does not hit with a raise, however. Roll damage for that attack. 6 damage. 6 damage gives him a result of... He has armor. He has armor. That is not enough to shake him.
Alright. And then, I'm gonna move away,
Okay.
with the rest of my movement.
Okay.
And I have, what's it called?
Extraction?
Yeah. So.
Yes. You have extraction, so he can't do that. He can't attack you while you move away. That's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crow.
I'm already far enough of a distance where he can't attack me or anything like that.
He can't punch you.
I want to take that bottle I put on hanging onto my boat.
Yeah. Okay. Good. You know where that is. It's right there. You grab the bottle. What do you do with
And I
it?
want to throw it. I want to throw it at him, and hopefully,
You're throwing a bottle at the man. The
yeah,
centipede man.
yeah, and I want to put him on fire with alcohol.
Okay, well, you know
Yeah, why take
alcohol does not burst into flames on contact with the air. It is not napalm. So how do you plan to light it?
With a rag, or like.
You didn't prepare a Molotov in advance. You just attached a bottle to your belt.
Oh, never mind then.
Shit the man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot him with my pistol.
Okay, you're going against target number 6 here because he has dodge.
Why is that so small?
Why is what so
Alright.
small?
So shooting then, right?
Cone template right here.
Oh yeah, no, that's not. That's using a token for some reason. Don't worry about that. Anyway, what were you saying?
Just my shooting ability.
Yeah, shooting. I fixed on your Colt if you want to use that. You have a 5. Ooh, that is a shame. That fatigue has made you miss that shot.
Unfortunate.
That is very unfortunate.
Mm.
Well, and you are you gonna move because you declare all your actions at the start of your turn and you didn't have any more, so you're gonna move because you can still move.
I want to move between Bishop and Spider.
Between Bishop and Spider? Okay, go ahead. Yep.
But-
Alright, so that brings us to the end of the first round, which means it is time to deal the next round of initiative.
Oh, I see.
And, ooh, Spider. Oh, that's not right. That's not numerically. There we go. Spider, you get to go first with your Ace of Diamonds.
I don't like that it hits me.
You don't like that it gets to hit you when you move in quick? Well, let's check extraction really quick. So extraction, it's a shame that that's only when you withdraw you withdraw with from melee, because first strike, it first strikes. However, I believe it can only first strike once per round.
Yeah, and I'm first.
You could go on hold. If you go on hold, you can interrupt any action you'd like with an opposed agility roll or go after anyone. So you could, for example, decide to go after Crow on like initiative 6.
This is no laughing matter.
You know what I could do though? See if my flashbang teleport does anything to it.
Ah, you're trying to blink into it and blind it with that flash of light because you do have teleport.
Yeah.
All right, make your spellcasting roll for teleport and spend your points for it.
It costs 2 PP.
Got him.
And then boom.
Okay, well, you don't really need that many raises, especially on a teleport roll. However, because part of your teleport is a bright flash of light, you are able to teleport into range without getting first striked.
Cool. Then I want to cut it.
Go for it.
How many times you gonna cut it?
Twice.
There you go. So
Or
yeah, so that's a move action for your teleport, so that's okay. You have a 6 on that second one, and that 6 is a hit.
yeah.
13. Hey, that's some good damage you rolled there. 13 means that you have hit it with 1 raise, which is a shake and a wound. Being the kind of person that this thing is, though, it's going to attempt to soak that. It doesn't like being wounded. Let's see how it does. It manages to soak that, but that is its last fate chip.
And then I'm just dip.
Because your teleport does have the additional ability, because, to return to where you teleported from if you didn't teleport more than half your maximum distance. Fun little thing. Anyway. That's your turn. Good. Rook.
Yes.
On Jack of
I'm just gonna
Diamonds.
fire twice in its face.
2 shots.
2 shots.
2 shots.
Do I just click this twice?
Yes, though remember the second one will be at a -2.
Oh,
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. That is a 9. A 9 is a hit, and a 10 -2 brings you to 8, which is also a hit, even if it has dodge. You hit
So
twice.
roll damage twice.
Roll damage twice. Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh. Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
Rook, what the fuck?
Ooh. Spicy. That
Alright.
is 24, which is, let me check here because it does have some armor. A hit with 1 raise, with 2 raises, with 3 raises, with 4 raises, meaning that second shot was completely superfluous as you blasted its face off, if I didn't spend a fate chip to try and soak for it. That is a
No.
14. Alright, let's see, how many is that? That is 3 successes, meaning it reduces it to 1 wound that it took from that first shot, I think. Yes, 1 wound and a shake. But that second hit... Ooh, that second hit. That is 1 wound and then 2 wounds. Bring it to 3 wounds, and I'm not going to try and soak that. So it is at 3 wounds. It is on its last legs. 1 more wound and it drops.
Come at me, you damn bugger.
Well done indeed. That means that now it is Crow's turn.
I want to shoot at it.
Of course you do.
How many times?
Wow, nice roll on that 8. 6 plus 2 plus 1 minus 1. That's an 8, that's a hit. Roll damage.
Oh,
Just click on.
Just click the roll damage button. It's right there under your... Yeah, there you go. That's shooting. No, roll damage. It's right under the roll you just made in the chat box.
It's in the chat.
In the chat.
On the
Click,
right.
yeah, click roll damage. There you go. You did not hit with a raise, and 6 damage is good, but it is not enough to further wound this thing, unfortunately. However, it does have 3 wounds, and it is its turn now. Let's see if it unshakes. It fails to unshake,
Nice.
which means that it cannot do anything besides attempt to flee, and it will do that. Rook.
Does it provoke?
It does if you would like to smash it with your shield or a kick or the butt of your gun.
Fist.
Fist. Make the
Fist.
attack. Make the attack. That is a 9. A 9 is enough to hit it. Roll damage.
Fist.
7 is, however, not enough to to do more than clip off of its carapace as it snakes away.
Get back here.
It is, however, wounded, and this door is locked as it tries to bust it down. Let's see, it's gonna make a strength roll here. Whew. That door has been knocked off of its hinges as this thing desperately tries to break free. It rolled 2 8s on that. Bishop. But that was it. That was the only thing it could do. It can't move any further. Bishop.
Do I have line of sight on it from here?
Yes.
Alright. Just kind of breathes a deep, long sigh, realizing how pointless it was to be scared or try to run away and burn. No. No.
No. Relax. You can do this, Bishop.
What are the penalties for aiming for the head? Or specifically
You get a -4 to aim for the head, but you do +4 damage.
No, I'm not gonna go with that, actually.
You also
Just
ignore
gonna-
armor.
Just gonna try to shoot it.
Okay. That's a 10. That is a hit. Roll damage.
Alright. Oh, I rolled.
That's fine. Just click again and roll damage. That is actually a hit with a raise as well. Which is 17. And basically, you might not have said you were aiming for the head, but you were. We all know you were. As its head explodes into the building in front of it, and it just collapses onto the ground in a
Disappointed with myself right now. Like, why was I scared for even a moment?
Bishop just rights his coat, dusting it off, trying to look cool. And that is the end of that combat.
Feeling better now.
However, I need the 4 of you to make notice rolls.
Shit.
Good job, guys.
Okay, what's a notice? No, you got a 5. So we'll start with Bishop and Rook, who are both able to hear this. They're a little closer, but looking into that room, you can see that that lock that it just busted down was actually a
Actually, you
barrier.
meant Crow?
No, Bishop and Rook. You guys, Oop, dog,
What
chill.
else?
You guys got 5s, is what I'm saying. So you guys
Oh,
notice.
okay.
You
Sorry.
guys
Never
notice
mind.
that in this room in front of you, the door that it just busted down was actually locked from the inside. with a barricade bar.
I like how I forgot I was named Bishop, and I was thinking Spider and Crow. God, I'm a dumbass.
Right. Spider and Crow, however, they're not looking at that, so they're not distracted, and they are able to hear, after that whole crashing noise settles down, they actually hear movement from inside the house.
I think there might be people in the house.
Well, let's go and see. Rook will move inside and
Step over the corpse.
steps
as one
on the
does.
corpse.
Oh, okay, of course. Crushes it a little bit. I mean, it's carapace,
Crunch.
but like,
Crunch.
it is still a centipede.
And he looks inside.
He does.
Walking around, gun at the ready, checking
Okay,
corners.
well, this first room, completely open. There is nothing in this first room, without rolling a notice roll.
Should have chain notice.
A 9. You don't see anything in this room. However, you do hear that there is movement that you hear the movement now. It seems to have settled down, and it's a little quieter. You can hear it from this door.
We'll approach then. Is the door locked?
Yes.
Knocks. Like shaving a haircut 2 bits.
you do the.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. That wasn't really the idea, but it works. As from the other side, you hear a little bit of movement that, like, it first sounds hurried, like rushed, and then it stops after like partway through the partway through it just stops, and then you hear more movement and the sound of footfalls, and the door opens after a lock is undone. And you see a woman in combat fatigues standing on the side of the door. She seems to be young. She's wearing an MTF uniform from Iota 7, and holding a Beretta 9mm in her hand.
Greetings.
She had it aimed at you, but as soon as she saw that you were a person, she put it down.
He doesn't flinch even at the gun.
Of course
Looks
not.
like there was a survivor.
Oh. Shit, are you guys the rescue team?
More or less.
Oh, fuck. I didn't think anyone was still alive. I wasn't even sure that the satellites caught the body cam. Some of them were malfunctioning.
We caught what's left of the body cam. Anyways, you've been holed up in here. We dealt with the bugger outside.
Yeah, that thing followed me out of the cave. I ran. I ran as fast as I could, and it still followed me.
No, yeah.
And then it killed the horse after I barred it in there. And then it didn't want to leave because the sun came
Well,
up.
it's dead now, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Did you try bug spray at all?
Crow, please.
Really?
While listening, I'm just gonna start checking this room.
Yeah, in that room is, you can open that room. It's mostly farming equipment and stable equipment. There's the pickaxe, as you can see on the map here, and other things that are mostly for horse care. However, underneath the table on the far end, there is an old, looks like sort of rusted pump-action shotgun. It looks like whoever lived here had that. Anyway, going back to the person who has opened the door, she eventually rights herself and then salutes. Private Lissa been on, sir? Yes?
Just call me Rook.
Sir Rook.
Drop the sir, it's fine.
Right. What's
So-
the plan here?
Well, we are currently on our way to deal with the little pest problem, but we were instructed to search for survivors. And seeing that we found you, do you know any others that survived?
No, not at all. I was the only one I saw actually make it out of the cave. The rest of them were,
Melted?
well, yeah, or so the command tent.
Yeah.
The command tent got hit by this giant one. I don't know. And I was the only one who slipped by because I brought a can of hairspray with me in a match. So
Yeah, that's fair.
I told you bug spray.
My condolences.
what's Crow doing?
He walks over there and says, "I told you bug spray worked," and then walks back.
It's the fire, Crow. It's not the damn.
It was hairspray
Anyway.
too.
It was yeah. I bring it on long missions across the city
Yeah.
like this.
That's fair. I'm sure someone will be along soon to pick you up. Do we have a radio to radio in that we found survivors?
Yeah, you guys have radios.
Then Rook will like reach up to like the radio that he probably has on his shoulder and radio this in. Got a private. What was your name?
Been on. Melissa, been on the private. Been on.
Melissa Benham here from the previous corp. She's a survivor. Got a pickup for her.
You get a response back from Miller. Yeah, I mean, so long as there's not like 20 of them, they can just come to the van. I was told
No,
that
it's just one.
anything less than 6 doesn't need another transport.
Fair enough. It's just the one.
Gotcha.
She'll see you in a little bit. Over and out.
Where
Alright.
The fire.
where am I supposed to be going?
You are going to be going down that road. He points off in the direction.
Mhm.
There will be a van over there. You will be getting in there, and you'll be meeting Miller. He's our transportation.
Got it. Okay, I'll head that way then. Good luck, I guess.
Yeah, thanks. Probably gonna need it.
Yeah.
I don't like creepy crawlers.
Right.
I
Oh.
was gonna say something, but considering the panic attack, I'll just.
right. He doesn't want to. Yeah. She goes back over and gets up onto the bed and pulls down. Basically, it looks like she had been hiding in a loft up there, and she pulls a rifle down from it. It's a service rifle. It's an assault rifle, but it looks to have been essentially melted, by acid. And she just grabs it. And is like, it probably want me to bring this back, even though,
I mean, parts are parts, even if it's melted.
Right.
Sure.
Right. That's just.
You get on ahead. You know anything else? Is there any special things you saw in there? You said there was a big one. What'd it look like?
Yeah, they didn't tell us about those ones.
Yeah, well, they didn't tell us about it either.
Yeah.
Do I know of anything more than the size that we just fought?
No, that was actually classified, and your role didn't have a raise on it, so, But
Gotcha.
those were classified, and you tried to get access to those files, but you didn't get a response back in
Gotcha.
I don't know what they're calling them, but
No, that's fine. You know what
it was the
did.
size of a damn house.
Lovely.
I would get away from that one if it shows up. But
Yeah, it's fair.
don't even bother.
All right. You take care now.
Yeah. Right. You could see that sudden fear she had at remembering this thing light her eyes as she responds to that, and then drain away as she realizes she's safe now and heads out the door towards the van.
I think it's hit by a truck. No.
Gets hit by a truck. She's hit by a bus. Just.
I'm 3 days away from retirement.
Yay! Boom, bus. It's the anti-retirement bus. Anyway, you guys have cleared out this house and found a survivor. Good on you.
Yay!
Let's get you back into the town and figure out what the hell your plan is there. So, you said you had those bottles of alcohol. You wanted to turn those into Molotovs, right? Right, Crow, Panda?
Yes.
Fantastic. Should have mentioned that earlier. So, you're trying to turn them into Molotovs. What are you doing to go about this? Where are you getting the rags? What?
Just from the empty houses nearby. Just.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. There's plenty of those. Yeah. How do you plan to light them?
I got a lighter.
It's true. Phil does have a lighter.
I have a big lighter.
True.
I was gonna try and scavenge for lighters or something.
Scavenging for lighters is going to take you a little while. However, you do find one of those long nose grill lighters pretty quickly.
That's fine.
Okay. So now you have a lighter and 2 Molotovs.
Excellent.
Excellent. So you guys, are you going to continue checking the town, or? Also, did you take that shotgun?
I did not, considering it was rusted. All right.
Does
Yeah.
Rook know it's there?
Did Bishop tell Rook about it?
No.
Hmm.
Bitch.
Bitch
Rook
up.
would have taken it.
Yeah, no, I
Mhm.
basically I'm willing to like briefly look through, but we shouldn't take too long.
Okay.
So
Well, I mean, there were gunshots. If people don't come out at gunshots, then fuck them.
True. But maybe they're just afraid. You guys don't want to spend a lot of time searching the rest of the town. That's fine. All of you just make a notice roll at a -2. For you, Bishop, that's just flat. So
So that's 5 for me.
it's
That's a good 2 for me.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's a 2 for Crow. That's a 0 for Spider. Nice job.
I
And
put the -2 in it.
and that is a critical failure for Bishop.
I'm kind of hoping that it doesn't have any drawbacks, just I really wasn't paying attention.
So remember when you fell over? Your glasses have gotten partially smudged and a little bit cracked now. You're gonna have a -1 to your notice rolls for this session until you can get some new lenses.
I mean, I do have a spare.
You do, but I'm
Also, conveniently correct.
also cracked because you fell over. You can take them off and have a -2 if you want. That's your penalty for critical failing this notice roll. However, you do have alertness, so you are still rolling at a net +1.
So, did Rook get anything with the 5?
Yeah, I was about to get to that. Rook,
Okay.
there isn't much left to this town. It appears that, yeah, she really was the only one who got out of there alive, and most of the centipedes appear not to have followed because it was early morning and the sun was just about to break over the horizon, and that was the only one who thought it was worth chasing somebody down. But you are able to find what looks to be essentially what passes for a police station here, where you are able to find basically like some old 1800s-esque era weaponry. So,
Oh my god, he's taking them.
I was gonna get to it. Most of it is pretty unusable at this point because it had been used to try and fight the centipedes when they first appeared by the townsfolk. Did not go well.
Are there any flashbangs there?
No.
No.
There is still in working condition a Winchester lever-action shotgun and a single, basically Derringer. It's basically a 4-shot revolver. It's a Derringer.
So, Rook puts that shotgun on his back for later.
Are there
course.
handcuffs?
There used to be, but they've been melted.
Oh.
Who melted the handcuffs?
Centipede.
Bitch.
I was gonna collect another
See, the problem is you have 2 sets of
98.
Yeah. You have 2 sets of handcuffs, and like for a centipede you need 100. So you're working on that, but
Eventually, we're gonna get there. Though.
eventually he'll make it. Eventually. Well, really, you only need 50 because the other 50 are legs.
Yeah.
Shit,
There
you're
we
right.
go.
Okay, so, what is this gun?
It's a Winchester lever-action shotgun, which is in the Deadlands core rulebook, I believe. Deadlands Reloaded core rule. Yeah, Deadlands Reloaded core rulebook, I think.
Reloaded? Which one?
Core rulebook, I think.
Okay.
Winchester lever-action shotgun. It should have 4 shots, and it's lever-action, meaning it's semi-automatic.
I was gonna take the revolver.
You're gonna take the Derringer? Okay.
Yeah.
It works like a Derringer. It does like 2d4 damage, I think. It has 4 shots, but it's really easy to conceal. Anyway, that's just a quick overview of the town. You guys don't find much else besides that, and you, I imagine, head to the caves. Is that correct?
Yes.
Cool. So heading to the caves, you begin to get this uneasy feeling approaching it. Yeah, something's not right here. It's never been right in this cave system, maybe, but whatever it is, this nest has been here for a long time. And getting to the exterior, you can see that, yeah, not really, it's pretty fair to say people didn't make it out alive. The entrance to the cave is strewn with blood and body parts from the soldiers that did try. Next to the command tent, which strangely intact. You guys can put yourself on the map. You'd be coming from the west.
Alright. Oh, that's not how I do it.
And because it is known these things are not very keen going out in the daytime and avoid light at all times, you guys were dropped off in mid-morning, so it is currently about 11 a.m.
Okay. Rook will. Actually, no. I think he'll keep shot for now. Although he doesn't want to get close to these things if he can help. Yeah, he'll load slugs.
Load slugs, gotcha.
As I edit the
You're just
camera.
gonna have his. Like you're just gonna have his Colt on the ready.
Colt at the ready, gotcha. As, you know, I would expect you would at this point, that makes sense. With that.
Guys,
What's up?
I hear these little.
What?
I hear these little bug sprays over here. So
What are you laughing at, Odie?
I have a disposable camera. I'll blind them.
Gotcha! Do it! Do it.
Neat.
Neat, take a picture.
Bishop's having a bad day. Like,
He really
probably one of
is.
his worst so far.
He really is. It has not been a good day for Bishop.
I give Bishop some of my trail mix.
It's nice of you.
Rook will approach the tent.
Approaching the
Weapon
10?
drawn. Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, yes.
I'm kidding. You're fine. There's nothing that you can hear. You can hear like an occasional whir from a computer in the tent, but there's nothing else here.
Also, what's that corpse? How's it look? How's it doing? Does it feel alright?
I don't know. Have you poked it yet?
He's gonna poke it right now.
Oh, you're gonna poke it. As you approach it, you begin to see that it's slightly moving, with very shallow breath.
Is it breath or is it just something inside eating it from inside?
Good question. Make a notice roll. 7. A 7 tells you that this is indeed breathing.
Oh shit, we gotta
Would
survive it?
I happen to know anything about this from hearing about the SCP?
Roll. Well, what knowledges do you have? Hold on. I need to see what knowledge, because this. I don't know if this would be common knowledge exactly.
Time for Rook to just be like.
I'm gonna say because you just read it, you can roll common knowledge though. Otherwise, it would be a cult. So yeah, you don't have that. So roll common knowledge.
Nope. Well, I guess
You got a 4.
on it.
You got a 4. There's something tickling the back of your mind that you shouldn't approach this guy with open arms. Something's not right. You're not sure
Be
what.
careful about this. I've
Don't just shoot people.
I want to shoot
had a
him at
bad
the head.
feeling. I think I remember seeing something about this.
You know what? Just take safety measures and shoot.
Rook wants to shoot Crow. God damn it.
Is Crow actually going to shoot this guy?
Guys, I don't think this. Look, I don't think they would have left him alive.
Well, no shit, but that doesn't mean you just shoot somebody.
Just move him out of the way and keep an eye on him.
Is there any like wounds on him?
Yes, he is bleeding a lot.
Can Rook roll survival? Had eggs laid inside of him because of centipedes.
It would be healing in this case to learn more about what's going on.
What is healing under?
Healing is a skill.
Then I don't have it and I'm unskilled.
Yes. You can still roll it if you want.
Yep. Nope.
Well, you don't really know what's going on here.
Looks at the guy says, like, look, if you want to be put out of your misery.
I'm gonna put you out of your misery in a second.
Look, I'm just trying to help a guy.
What's Rick doing?
Rook wants to move the body.
How are you doing it?
So where is he wounded?
Stomach
Like on
and
the
chest.
torso?
Stomach and chest, which he's laying face down.
While he's getting close, I'm just gonna hold a gun to the thing.
Okay, we'll move so you can actually do that. Currently, you'd be doing it through the tent.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Crow's gonna keep a gun on him.
Okay.
So stomach and chest, so he goes from behind it.
Okay, so what are you gonna do?
He's going to Because dragging him would just worsen the injuries. Is he
Thrower.
responsive at all?
He seems to be moving more now that you're closer.
Hey. Conscious? Fuck.
Oh.
Actually, we could radio this in and ask if they already know.
They already know what?
No, we only have access to Miller, don't we?
At the moment, yes.
Okay, so he can't radio anyone in particular. He's going to crouch down and then firemen's carry him then. Or not firemen's carry, princess carry him.
He's laying
So-
he's laying mostly face down right now, so how are you doing that?
Oh, he's face down? I thought he was on his side.
No. He's bleeding like from the chest, like the chest and stomach, and that's pooled around him. But he's laying face down, like with his head to the side.
Rook will then attempt to cautiously start to turn him onto his side.
Okay.
Does he have his guts falling out?
No. It's worse.
Spiders!
Not quite. These are centipedes, remember?
Yeah.
Not quite, actually. So we're gonna do this.
Oh,
And how many guns do we have on him?
Two.
that's
Two.
fine.
Which is, I'm going to add you three to initiative here. And I'm going to draw a card for him after I deal you guys in, and we'll see what happens. Because this is basically, you three are on hold, and we'll see what he gets here. Ooh, wow, holy shit, you both got jokers.
Nice!
Okay, hold
Two
up.
jokers and a king.
Hold up, you guys get fate chips for that.
Mm.
You guys each get 2 fate chips because when you're dealt a joker in a combat situation, or something similar, you get a fate chip. And you guys just got both jokers. That's amazing.
It is amazing.
That is amazing.
What the
We're
fuck?
very ready.
You are very lucky.
Hey, I got another blue.
But that also means both of you can act interrupting at any moment anything this guy would want to do. So let's see what he got. He got a 3 of diamonds, which means Crow technically acts first here as he's being turned over. And as he's being turned over, you can see that on his chest wound, essentially, it isn't really that so much that it's a wound anymore. It's like stitched back together, except coming from it are various like appendages and tentacles and centipede legs, looking like they've been melded with his form. And as you turn him over, they start scratching and clawing at you. However, Crow, you are technically first here, unless one of the jokers wants to go first.
No, I'll let him go first.
All right, Crow. Crow, you have seen that this man is melded essentially with a centipede, more or less, and is growing pieces of centipedes off of him.
I just want to get one of my Molotovs, light it up, and just...
Oh my god, no.
You are very close to this. I warn you. You are very close
Rook
to
is
this.
holding the man. Rook will shoot you.
You do have a joker. You can interrupt his action.
Yeah, no, I'm not letting him do that. I'm taking control here. I'm gonna shoot the man in front of me.
Okay.
You mean
While you have a joker,
holding-
while you have a
wait, no,
joker,
didn't
remember
know that.
all attacks and damage rolls you do, all rolls you do are with a +2. So make your roll.
Revolver. This was slug, so no +2 to this, other than the other +2.
So +2.
Yeah. So, bang. So 7.
7. Fantastic. That's a hit. Roll damage. Nice. 17.
Shit.
Essentially, like, you see that, and you just immediately quick draw on him and just blast his head off. And everything goes limp, including the extra appendages. Everything just drops.
Sorry, buddy.
What was the point of the combat again?
Obviously, to give us more chips. Duh.
Clearly.
Yeah, that is fair. I definitely appreciate that.
The point wasn't actually that. The point was that if he hit you, something bad could have happened. But he never got a chance. So, hey.
And then Rook looks at Crow, who had the Molotov in his hands, levels the revolver, is like, don't throw fire at me. I will shoot you. I don't
It's a shame
care.
it couldn't have been a fucking contested agility roll.
technically, you and Rook and Bishop could have made contested agility rolls, but Crow can't because he doesn't have a Joker.
Hmm.
If only he was Joker.
Well, oh wait, no, never mind. Right, Jokers don't even need that agility roll.
Jokers don't need
Yeah.
agility rolls to interrupt.
Right.
They are very good.
Can I still set him on fire? Just
The
Rook-
fuck.
match
Rook
against
just
them?
threatened to shoot you for throwing fire to your head.
I wasn't gonna throw fire. I wanted to set him afire.
You just want to set him on fire?
Yeah.
Well,
Can you stop?
you can. You might piss off the rest of your party, and it might be smart to drag him away from the tent first. But I'm not telling you how to live.
All right. I want to drag him away from the tent a little bit.
In the meantime, I'll just lightly look
Inspect
into
inside
the tent
Yeah.
carefully and then get a little bit closer.
Okay, so you guys are inspecting the tent.
Yes.
Okay.
Rook just like has a
In-
sidelong look at Crow.
Inside the tent, it is a gore-filled mess of melted bodies and people torn to shreds. And it's not pretty, not in the slightest. Bishop, you're used to this, so you're able to look through it, and it's not great feeling, but you move past it. Rook, this is Tuesday for you.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
You basically just wade in without worrying about it, and you push a guy who is wearing the highest ranking insignia because you noticed that when you first opened the tent. Bishop's looking through other stuff, mostly the old equipment and the like, seeing if anything's still in working order. And you just basically throw him off to the side, and underneath him, there is a perfectly pristine laptop. No blood, no acid has touched it at all.
Was he trying to like cover it with his body?
You have no idea, but his entire front and face has basically been torn off, yet there's no blood on this laptop.
Is this an SCP?
If it is, we shouldn't question it. We were just asked to retrieve it.
Fuck. Alright. Rook will kneel down to pick it up then.
Yep.
Does it explode when he picks it up?
Nope.
Cool.
If we needed to know something about it, they would have told us. We're fine.
Can I hack it?
Thinking the Foundation will tell you something you need to know.
If Crow tries to attack it, Rook is
It
probably gonna shoot
cannot.
him.
It can't be hacked wirelessly. You don't have that sort of technology.
Yeah, I suggest not opening it for one.
Yeah. Rook isn't even going to open it, he's just going to put it in his pack.
Yep.
Thinking the Foundation will tell you something.
Right.
In fact, do we want to run this back before we go in there in case we all die?
Unfortunately, the one survivor that could have taken it is already gone, so...
That's true. You guys did do
No,
that.
Crow, you're not taking it.
I can take it.
The Foundation has given me everything I needed back in WW1.
Rook is just going to hand it over to Spider.
How much does
Since-
it weigh?
Spider is the fastest of us, right? So how long would it take for...
Spider
him to
is
go in?
pretty fast. It's not that far. I don't know how far you can teleport in one jump, but
I can go 12.
12. That's not terribly far. That's
Yeah,
basically
it's-
Nightcrawler jumps. However, Spider is the fastest here, given that he can do that, and he has, I think, the highest agility.
Yeah.
So,
I'm a speedy boy.
yeah, it's gonna take him like maybe 20 minutes to run back and get back here.
Mm.
That's fine.
Okay.
So Spider runs off. Are you guys gonna keep looking through the tent?
If there's anything more to find, I
Yeah.
don't mind. Just
Yeah, Rook will keep
looking
looking.
during the time.
There's the surface weapons of the commanders and a couple of old drives that appear to be have stored data, like from the body cams that hadn't been sent to satellites or whatever, or were just backups. You're not really sure on first
Are
look.
we able to review those?
You're not able to review them exactly. You can look at them, but most of it is either stuff you've already seen, and it would take you a long time to scrub through stuff that isn't, or it's generally non-important stuff that's just stored for storage sake. There might be something important in there, but it would take you way too long to find it, basically is what I'm saying.
Then we'll still return these. The Rook will just put them in his pack since they're not vital to the...
Yeah, they're not vital, but you want to keep them with you. Crow, did you
Yeah.
set that body on fire?
Yes.
Okay.
Just a question, Cody.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you get PowerPoints back?
Yes, you get them back at a rate of 5 per hour.
Okay.
Anyway,
So I'm probably back to full because I only used 2.
Yes.
so if there is not anything else we need to worry about inside the tent, I can always just burn it.
Yeah, we don't want any more of those.
Well, you already have a
Relic
human.
corpses.
You already have a human match right there.
I mean, I was thinking about rolling that into the cave if there's a slope or not, but
There's not a slope.
that works too. There's no slope.
No slope.
Okay, then kick the burning body into the tent, I guess.
Just throw the body into the tent. Sure, why not?
Well, the sound says you're welcome.
Burning body into the tent full of corpses.
Yep. Now they're
It's
all
gonna
burning.
Smell very, very horrible.
It smells terrible.
It smells like
Rook lights a cigarette. Smokes while he waits.
So what's your plan here?
Other than waiting for Spider,
Spider's back.
I think.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, okay. I think
I'm a
Rook-
quick boy.
I think Rook is actually gonna holster his revolver and
Mhm.
put the shield on his back and take out the bar.
The bar. Ooh, you're taking out the rifle.
He's taking out the rifle because he doesn't like these big crawly motherfuckers.
That's understandable. All right. Into the cave you go. Correct?
Once
Up
we
by-
actually enter the cave and it starts getting real dark, I'll go ahead and use that create light ability
Yeah, the
on
light.
top of Rook.
On top of a rook. All right.
Basically, like a little like
Beacon.
orb of light hovering, I don't know, 2 or 3 feet above him, if I can justify that.
Yeah, bright illumination in a large blast template. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
For 10 minutes.
For 10 minutes. So a large blast template is, remember when I showed you earlier, it's about 6 squares across. So that should be what? That's a 30-foot aura. Give me a second.
Should I also check to see if I get a raise?
You already rolled it when you were in the plane.
Oh, that was...
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Darn.
Yeah, I don't think you guys can see that,
I can.
so yeah, I know, but they can't. There you go. That is a 60-foot diameter, or a 60-foot diameter. Yes, that is bright light. Basically, you just what is this device that you've created? Let's go with that.
Well, like I said, basically just a very, very... You don't want to look directly at it. It's just an orb of light that is currently hovering directly above Rook, attached to him.
Oh,
It's
just
just like some sort of like sphere.
how did you make this weird science device?
This is a drone.
Well, I had a lot of spare parts that I specifically selected with this in mind, so...
Okay, but how does it work?
You want me to
Magnets.
explain this shit?
Well, so how did you create a floating orb of light with science?
I don't know, it's hovering. And I,
Okay, so
say it's
so
got
what you're
something
telling
lifting
me,
itself up right now.
what you're telling me
and it's
is that
locked onto
it's a rotating magnet over a light. It's a rotating magnetic mirror over a light that just spins and creates this what looks like a floating ball of light, but it's actually just magnets.
Yeah, it's a drone.
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
Magnets. How do they work?
How
Magnets
do
work.
they work? That's what I was going for, but I was like, fuck.
Right. All right. So you guys walk into the cave now with some light. So I'm actually going to copy you guys rather than create new tokens for you. So here you go.
Uh-oh, we're here.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I imagine Rook's going first, so we're gonna.
Yeah, with the bar.
Yep. All right. So ahead of you, and you know, you'll forgive me if this is pretty obvious, but that pillar—that's where you want to set the bomb, right?
Yeah.
That's gonna take time.
Yeah.
Now, Bishop, you are the one they gave the bomb to and the schematics because you're the one who's good with technology.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's what we're going to do. You guys are going to want to get up to that pillar. And, well, we're going to treat this as a little bit of a twist between a dramatic task and a combat, because they're not going to let you just set that bomb up in here. In fact, you can already hear them skittering towards you. So,
From one side or both?
From the front. The one that they got behind everyone by crawling across the ceiling. It was a whole thing. It was reviewed on the tapes, but you guys are ready for that. So hopefully they won't be able to get behind you.
Because that's what the flamethrower dudes are for, yeah.
Yeah, they're on the other side. They're on the other side of the cave system, trying to draw attention. Basically, they're trying to draw aggro from the larger ones so that you guys can do this.
Gotcha.
So you guys need to plant it on that pillar. And, well, already in this area, you can see that there are centipedes moving about. They're a little far away, but, well, let me move you guys forward to where you would be able to first start seeing them. Right about there. And you are within range to run up and start planting that on that pillar. But it's going to take multiple electronics rolls, or weird science rolls, your choice, to get it activated. So what it's going to be is you have to get 5 successes, which is success and a raise is one. Each success is one, and then a raise adds another success. In 3 turns, or something bad will happen. I will not tell you what that is.
In 3 turns, okay.
In 3 turns.
So
First turn, however, is going to be taken up by the fact that there are giant swarms of centipedes rushing at you.
So Cody, what you're
Yes.
saying is each success is a success.
Yes, and each raise is also another success.
Okay.
And this is only for Bishop, because you guys can help, but it'll change the dynamic a little bit for, like, you guys can add bonuses to his roll essentially. Or you can fight so he doesn't get murdered in the middle of trying to do this. So
I'm sure he'll be fine.
So with that in mind, let us draw some initiative cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's add them to the turn order too, so that they don't just never get to. That wouldn't be any fun. And ooh, Ace of Hearts for them.
Oof.
Ooh. Now here's another thing I didn't mention, but it is in the rules, and it's one that's often overlooked. You can actually spend one of your fate chips to redraw a card if you would like a new attempt.
Oh.
I feel like I want a new attempt.
But do you? Because you think you can get better than Ace of... that's an Ace of Spades. I didn't mean
I
to say
still wanna be
Hearts.
last.
I meant to say Ace of Spades than King of Hearts.
Well,
The
I'm
answer
going
is
to be
no.
Holding my turn until Rook moves, so...
And you can do that.
This
Fair
is
enough.
no laughing matter.
Hey, thanks for the bits. So, with that out of the way, I don't imagine any... Do any of you want to trade cards, Rook? Are you actually going to?
No.
No? Okay.
I would like to turn a card if Rook,
Wait, what?
What?
Rook wants to go ahead. No.
No. Trade cards, by that I mean you spend a fate chip and you draw a new card.
Oh.
Which I wouldn't suggest you do, considering
No.
Yeah.
you're not
Anyway.
going to beat that.
Not gonna beat an ace.
You gotta get a Joker to beat it.
Yeah, or an ace of a different suit that's higher.
There's no suit higher than spades.
Oh, okay. Right. You're right.
Well,
No, it's not. I know that. I'm
come
the
on.
poker player.
I'm not.
come on, it's not. Come on. Alright, let me get this character sheet open. And let us begin.
I mean, it is possible to beat, but with only 2 cards.
2 and 54. Eesh.
Let's see. That would be 6. So 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh.
It's a swarm! Let's see. Yep. 7, 8, 9, 10. So 2 of them can get to Rook, 1 of them can get to Bishop. So, let's see what happens. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That's pretty low damage, which means that you guys are fine from that first one. That was for the one that hit Bishop and Rook. And 9 damage. Hey, Rook, what's your toughness without armor?
13? Oh, without armor?
Without armor.
9.
Ooh, that's gonna shake you. That's gonna shake you. Which means I'm gonna need you to make a vigor roll at a +2. I recommend you don't fail this. You got a 7.
That's a 7.
You got a 7. That is a success. But you can feel as they manage to get around your suit, because there are hundreds of these tiny little things biting and clawing at you. Not everywhere is protected perfectly by Kevlar. And you can feel, like, those tiny little bites. They don't really hurt, but they shake you a little bit. And they're definitely toxic and venomous. And that's not good if you succumb to that. Don't fail that vigor roll.
Damn.
So, one question I'd like to ask going into this.
Yes.
Can I stack those fate chips in order to add multiple d6s to a single roll?
Yes, you can, if you have ones that allow you to add d6s. However,
I
remember,
have 3 of them.
remember, you have
Oh my god, no.
you have red fate chips, which means each one you use like that, I get to draw another fate chip.
Yes, but it's a very good last resort situation.
It is. And Bishop, you're actually up first.
I am not. I'm holding.
You're holding.
Yeah, he's holding to left or Rook, I believe.
Crow, you're up now.
I mean, I'll interrupt if I need to, but I'd rather Rook does his
Right,
thing
yeah,
first.
yeah, I got you.
We're not even going to be burning them because you're right in the middle.
Yeah.
Well, I think you'd be okay.
What? What?
What?
Cody's
Crow's
a villain.
Look,
Like,
hey,
Cody's a villain.
Hey, I burning hands to somebody today that was supposed to be on my side. It was to hit the trolls.
Did they die?
No, they were fine.
Are you sure?
Yes, both he and the trolls were fine.
Oh yes, Cody is definitely a villain.
So Crow.
Crow, what are you doing?
I'm gonna remove one of the Molotov
And throw it at Rook, yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
and toss it
If
to
you aim it
Rook.
right, you'll be able to hit a lot of people, centipedes, and not Rook, but you won't be able to hit, like, the best amount.
That's
No.
a fair point.
I want him to kind of like catch it so that he kind of has a vague idea of what.
You can't.
Rook is currently holding a two-handed weapon.
Yes, you can't.
Um,
Yeah. So you're gonna throw a Molotov. Where are you throwing it?
Basically to the ground, and it's like the farther like.
Well,
Like
yes.
over here? Like
Yes,
right
to the
here?
ground. Use the arrow tool to point where you want to throw it.
Because it's important to know what the blast radius is for this.
Yes, it
the
is.
top right.
It is a small
basically
burst.
The top right.
Top
over
right?
here.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're throwing it to the top right. That is a small burst template, which means that it is going to affect these squares. Essentially. Small burst is 15 feet across, so it hits this one here. It's not actually like this far, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, I need you to roll an athletics check then, because that is a throw. That is how you throw. You use athletics.
Nice.
Hey.
Excellent. Now, I need you to roll 2d6. 2d6 is your damage here. Remember to make it exploding. 2d6 exclamation mark.
The slash is at the start.
Slash at the start before roll. You almost had it.
Oh.
That's a good roll on that d6.
Ooh, sorry.
Yep.
Nice.
Very nice. That is 13 fire damage. Now, Molotovs don't actually burn for very long. They mostly explode into fire and then they burn out, and there's a little bit of dregs there, and I don't imagine any of you guys are going to step in that. However, these centipedes are not very good when it comes to fire. In fact, they got this nice little thing called weakness to fire. So they have to make a spirit roll against that fire damage, besides the fact that their toughness would already be affected by this, so let's see how they do. They fail. That swarm is immediately dispersed.
Yes.
Get shackled.
Good turn, good turn. Now it is Spider.
I'm a move. To here.
Okay?
And I'm gonna cut it.
Okay, you're welcome to try.
Twice and fail
Oh wait, no, wild die. I forgot those existed.
Yeah, I mean, normally you hit its parry. You can roll damage if you'd like.
Okay.
However, there's this problem that it's a swarm.
Yeah.
You start slicing and dicing, and you're hitting centipedes, but there are just always more of them. You get the feeling that slashing them is not going to be very effective. Stomping them, though. Stomping them might.
Nah, I got weak little legs. I can't stomp.
Well, you can try. Hey, Rook.
Hey, so question: if I move out of the swarm, does it attack me again?
No.
Okay.
Swarms don't work like that.
Scooty booty.
Scooty.
If you want to do an AoE attack, can I interrupt your turn to move and do my shit first? Or are you just gonna be...
You can interrupt his turn with an opposed agility roll if you'd like at any point. And also, you can choose to fail that agility roll if you'd like, Rook.
Oh yeah, sure.
That being said, only if you're gonna do an AoE attack. I'd rather wait until you're done.
I mean, he's gonna Daka.
You're gonna shoot the swarm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I at risk by standing here?
Potentially.
If he uses rate of fire 3, if he rolls a 1, he could hit
I
you
was
with one
thinking
of
of
the
rate of
bullets.
fire 3. Might want to move.
You might want to interrupt and just go start planting the bomb.
Yeah, just go plan.
Yeah, okay. I'll go ahead and head over here then. That's
I failed.
easy.
Nice. Alright then. Roll me a weird science or electronics check. Your choice here.
Well, I mean, this one has a D8, the other has a D6.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, well... Ooh,
Oh my god, reroll.
ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, I suppose re-rolling here is better than adding a D6.
In general, statistics say so. Throw it on the board.
Ooh!
Nice!
Ooh.
They're already red on the
Alright.
dice, though.
I'm taking that red one from you. Guys. Give me
Red
that.
chip.
Red chip.
Wait, you get to take the chip even after a reroll?
No.
Yes.
I was saying I'm taking that
Oh.
red chip. Get on the board so we can put it in the. Anyway.
Gotcha.
Anyway. 17. Bishop works a lot faster than you'd think, considering that he has made, let's see, 4, 8, 12, 16, 4 successes in a single round. He still has a little bit of work to do, but the bomb is planted and starting to go towards being armed.
Well, for that one, I'm just gonna go ahead and open this soda here.
He does
He
that.
starts drinking on the job.
Bishop, seeing that he's almost done, cracks open a cold one. Rook, back to you.
Rate of fire 3 on the swarm.
Okay. So with rate of fire 3, what you do is you roll your regular attack, and then you roll two extra shooting die. And all three of those shooting die can hit, and you can replace any one of them with the results from your wild die roll, if you so choose.
So, I roll my attack and then shooting twice?
Yes, attack just regular attack once, and then 2 extra shooting die. Okay, 7.
We're shooting again. Starts with an S. There it is. Yes!
Whew. Whew. Whew.
Yes.
Good job. Well, you can roll damage 3 times. One of them gets a raise. Well, that second one, that second one I think is the one with the raise, right? No, third one? Third one. Oh, yes. Yes, third one. Third one is the one with the raise, which is a little sucky, but good news for you, none of it matters, because bullets just don't do much to a swarm.
Fuck.
Good try,
That's good news.
Good news that you rolled low on this damage. Hopefully you do better next time, sport.
It's not how it works.
Rook, roll me a
That is
common... Rook and Spider, roll me a common knowledge roll.
Common knowledge.
It's a 4!
4.
Is he just gonna have to roll on these things with his shield?
Spider has no clue what the fuck's going on. Rook, you know swarms. You didn't think about this, but swarms. There's a lot of them. Specific attacks, not that great. However, if you just start smashing, you're gonna do some damage. While you are in a swarm or next to a swarm, you can use your action to deal your strength damage to a swarm automatically as bludgeoning damage without making an attack, and that will harm the swarm. You can also make
Can you do
attacks
that-
with bludgeoning weapons like a shield. However, you do still need to attack if you're going to do that.
Can he do that at the end of his turn?
No, because you already took your action.
Okay. Well, now he knows.
Now you know. Now you know. And now it's time for round 2. Round 2 is a fun round because round 2 is where fun things begin to happen.
I don't like fun things.
I do.
Don't worry. If I get a good fucking card, it'll just be over soon. Well,
Oh,
we'll have
God.
the mission done soon, and now I can do stuff.
So 3 small ones and a large one have come out of the shadows. Good news. Only one of them's a wild card. Bad news. They're all trying to kill you.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Let's deal to initiative in order. And
Ace.
card by suit. That means you have an ace of hearts. You go first, Rook.
So first of all, I can
wait,
do that.
Before that, can I spend a fate chip
To draw another
to
card?
get a new card?
Yes, you can. Throw that fate chip down and I'll give you a new card. Let's see what you get.
Alright.
Wow, you got a 4 hearts. Would you like to keep it?
Is that...
That's worse. That would make you last of last.
Alright, let's just wait.
Sorry to hear that, friend.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate indeed. Good try, though. I like the attempt. Alright, Rook, you're up first.
So automatic free bludgeoning damage to this thing?
If you would like, are you going to use your action for that?
He will use 1 action to bludgeon and 1 action to fire at the big boy.
Are you firing rate of fire 1, or...?
Rate of fire 3 would have the -2 to it, wouldn't it?
It would have a total of -4 because of recoil as well. Every time you automatic fire, you get a recoil penalty.
You rate of fire 1 because he needs to actually hit it.
Right, okay. So you're just basically going for a steady shot. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Roll your strength damage, which in this case is just roll strength. Don't worry about the wild die. 7 damage. You shake the swarm.
Nice. And then bar.
Ooh,
11.
nice one. He has dodge, but you hit. That just means that you hit with a raise, actually, because you got an, oh no, you have a -2. You do not hit with a raise. That is what that means, because you had a -2.
Yep.
Roll damage. 6
Unfortunate.
damage. Unfortunate indeed.
It is AP2.
It has AP2. 6 damage actually does shake him, then. However, other bad news. He has fate chips.
Don't do it. Fail. Fail.
No, he's shaken. These are just for later.
Okay.
He's shaken. That was your turn, or are you gonna move?
Rook will move. Do I take damage if I move through the shield, through the swarm?
Yes.
Then
You move around it, but moving through it is
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, actually, it's shaken. You could probably walk through it and you'd be fine right now. Yeah, you can walk through it right
There.
now. Okay. Fantastic. It's this thing's
So
turn.
they're also in the bright light.
Yeah, and it does not like that. It's going to attempt to unshake. It's going to have a -1 to this.
Yes.
It fails. Oh wait, sorry, it's not supposed to have 3 wounds. Let me add 2 to those results. It has a 4. It actually succeeds.
No.
Ah.
My bad. And it is going to spit at Rook.
Fuck. Oh, I don't get to do dodge, do I?
Sadly,
dodge.
no. Does an 8. An 8 beats 4, which means that this is a hit with a raise.
My armor is 13.
Good for you, champ.
Jesus Christ.
This has AP 4.
How many chips am I using on this?
Good question, sir. What's your toughness with armor piercing 4 applied? And
So-
remember, your shield does apply armor for a range attack.
I was using my bar though.
Ooh, that's a shame. So, what's your toughness without armor?
So toughness without armor is still 9.
9. Alright, so that means that a 13 is a raise, a 17 is 2 raises. So this is a hit with 2 raises, meaning that is 2 wounds if you do not soak.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend. I can spend white ones to soak, right?
Yes, you can.
Alright, let's see. First soak.
First
I just
soak.
roll soak, right?
Yes, you do.
That's 1 soak.
That is 1 soak. That means you would be shaken and take 1 wound.
Second soak.
No, you only get to soak once. You can re-roll
I
that,
thought-
or you can add a d6. But you can only soak 1 attack once. Like
Okay,
you can
then-
re-roll it, you can add a d6, but you only get 1 soak roll for 1 attack.
Then let me take that white one back, and I'll add a d6.
What do you mean take that white one back?
Because I was going to use a blue to add a d6, unless I can use the white to add a d6.
You can't use the white to add a d6, but you spend the white to soak, right?
Yes, I had 2 whites. I had 5 chips.
Right. So you use the white to soak. Now are you going to re-roll that soak, or are you going to add d6?
I'm going to add a d6, so I want the white back so I can use a blue.
That's not how that works.
Is that not how that works? I just put a second one on the board because I thought I'd...
Yeah, okay. So, when you spend a white fate chip, when you spend any fate chip to soak, you just spend it as a white. You can spend a blue chip on top of that soak roll to add a d6.
That's what I want to do, but I want my second blue, or second white back so I can spend the blue. Because I just put 2 on the board.
You just put 2 whites on the board, yeah?
Yes, that's my second white one. I wanted to spend the blue, because that's for the adding the d6.
You could also re-roll, but sure. I can't really give you that back exactly, and I also can't...
I'll just put it in the corner.
For some reason, I can't seem to open your fate chips myself, which is weird. I can open everyone else's. Yours is just being weird.
How about now?
Nope. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to worry about it. Point is,
I'll just keep it in the corner then.
yeah, that white fate chip is yours. Okay, put a blue one down and spend that and roll that d6. Remember, it is exploding though.
Yep. D6 explosion.
That brings you up to 7.
Do
Now-
I want to use another?
Now, if you re-roll the soak roll and the d6. You keep the highest. You always keep the highest.
I will re-roll with this blue. I do not want to be.
You sure you don't want to re-roll with that white?
You're right. You're right. God damn
Okay,
it.
swap the blue and the white in the corner now.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
God
All
damn
right.
it.
We'll just put this over
So-
here. Roll a soak again, and then roll another d6 exploding. Okay, 4. And... Ooh, 9! That brings you up to 13. That is a success with not 1, not 2, but 3 raises, which fully soaks the incoming damage.
I'll do that then.
Are you sure?
Holy shit.
You sure?
Yes.
You could just take the damage.
No. Cody, no.
Difficult choice.
And it is going to run up to here.
Okay.
That is its turn. So Crow.
I want to burn the other critters on the ground.
You gonna just throw a Molotov at him?
But it's shaking.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It is shaken, but you can.
Yeah, it's true.
Or
All right.
well, I'll throw it at the big one by
Throwing the Molotov at the big one. Okay, roll an athletics. It's a throwing roll, so roll athletics.
Nice.
Ooh, very nice indeed. That is a hit with a raise, so roll 3d6. And Rook, this is a burst template.
Yeah.
This is exploding, so I'm gonna roll that other d6 for you just to save a little bit of time. Oh no. Okay, another 11 on top of that, that brings you up to 25.
So what do I roll to avoid this?
You would roll an agility roll -2.
Fuck.
It doesn't, it got hit.
So you laugh at that.
With a -2, you have a 3. That is a failure.
So I will.
Spend that blue?
Yeah, I'll spend that blue.
Alrighty. No.
damn it.
You were spending it to add a d6, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that wild die, that was the d6. It's fine. You got a 4. It's good. You're good.
Don't kill me, please.
I'm not trying to kill you. However,
Only
this thing...
villains do that.
Only villains do that. This thing, however, is going to take 25 fire damage, and it doesn't like that. It's going to try and soak. Using one of its fate chips. That's not good. It's going to re-roll that using its other fate chip. 7 is pretty good, but it doesn't like... But I don't think it needs to just get a 7, so let's add a d6. Hey, that's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good, don't you think?
It's a good thing that was spent on a soak, but
Good job, Critter. It does, however, have weakness to fire, meaning it needs to make a spirit roll. Okay, it is not terrified. It is still going to keep biting.
Oh, looks like I should have kept out the Molotov.
That Molotov worked. Hey, that Molotov worked really well. You used 3 fate chips on that. That is good.
Jesus Christ. Christ.
What? I just aced twice. I don't know what your problem is. It's
No,
just
I'm more concerned
Spider.
with him throwing that in, blasting me.
Oh
Because I
yeah.
wanted to keep those.
I'm gonna try and stomp these.
Stomp. All right. That is automatic strength damage. So roll strength. Ooh, hey, nice. That is actually enough to give it a wound, which destroys the swarm.
Okay.
Good job, Spider.
And
Hey,
then
Bishop, blow us up.
Mhm.
I'm gonna move to here.
Very good, very good. Bishop, if you would like to continue your attempts to weird science the shit out of this.
Well, I'm gonna take a sip of soda because I have a fucking 81%
Ah.
chance to do this.
Hell yeah, brother.
We're fine.
Hey, look, it's a 5.
There's one success. The bomb is now armed. However, it's been 2 rounds. You have 1 more round before something bad could happen at the end of that round if you guys stay. But Bishop thinks, with another 2 successes, he could make the bomb twice as strong. With adding a little bit more fuel.
Am I willing to spend a red fate chip to kind of just push that one along?
I think you are.
That's up to you.
Don't-
I'm just
don't
telling
do
you,
it.
you guys
I
can
don't care.
decide to stay here and do that. You can try and roll that d6 and get that to work right now. You need another 2 successes, like I said. You can either do that next round, or you can leave with what you have right now.
I'd say we bet on the exploding d6, and if it doesn't work, we run.
Okay.
You aren't in terrible danger yet.
That being said, I mean,
As your last fate
kind
chip.
of like,
Let's see what you got.
trying as hard as possible.
All right, roll that d6, exploding.
If it works.
Come on.
Exploding. There we
Yeah!
go.
Hey! That moves you up to a 16, which does in fact hit the threshold. Bishop, you look at this and you're like, you know, if I had a little more time. Wait a minute. And you flick open your pistol, take out the gas canister and your flamethrower, and just shove it on one of the nozzles for the bomb. Twist it to lock it in place. Click the flamethrower for, closed. You have a backup canister in there. It's fine. And you are sure that now this will destroy whatever's in this cave, regardless of what it is.
Great. Well, it's only 7 successes in 2 turns.
Only 7. I mean,
It seems like Mr. Ark is showing his successes again.
yeah, right. Very good
Like,
job.
This thing is trying to go above and beyond for anything
Hey, you
regarding
got.
these types of jobs.
Hey,
so,
you spent 2 fate chips you shouldn't have had to get this done. I'm not going to worry about it. But now it's time for these little buggers. And these little buggers don't like any of you.
But it's in the light.
They don't care. They're trying to fucking kill you.
No!
So, one of them's going to shoot at Bishop, one of them's going to shoot at Spider, and the third one is going to shoot at Rook. And I'm going to do it in that order.
Okay.
So, Bishop, Spider, Rook. Bop, bop, bop. Now, this is against target number 4, and no wild dice here. Well, no group check or anything, so it's just that first one. Sadly, because it's against target number 4, Bishop, you're actually safe because you're behind cover.
Does this big fucker count as cover?
No. It might have if it rolled a 1, but it didn't. Spider, you got hit with a raise.
I have dodge. Can I try and dodge
You have
it?
you have dodge. You are not hit with a raise. You're just hit.
Okay.
And Rook, you are hit. I'm guessing 4 doesn't clear your toughness, Spider?
No.
Fantastic. And 9 should shake you, doesn't it, Rook?
It does.
Rook is now shaken, not stirred. And that is the end of round 2. Fun times ahead for everyone. Deal turn order. Sort by card suit. Ooh. They get to shoot again.
Oh.
Oh.
Again, same order. Bishop, Spider, Rook. Bishop, Spider, Rook. Spider, you're fine. You got lucky that crit check on that last one was not a group check. But you are still getting hit, Rook. And Bishop, you are getting hit, not with a raise because you had cover, so this is just a regular hit against Bishop.
How much is the cover bonus, by the way?
Right now it's 2 because you have a solid
Just
pillar.
barely.
You have a solid pillar.
Just
So
barely enough to make this better.
3 does not clear your toughness, as I recall, Bishop.
Mm-hmm.
You dodged Spider, so you're fine. And Rook. That does
not clear my toughness.
Does not clear your toughness. Which means you're both fine, you're all good, everything's fine. It's great, don't worry about it, nothing's wrong whatsoever. However, they are going to begin moving this way.
Is Spider able to teleport Rook?
I don't
Or teleport
think
anyone,
so.
in fact?
Yes,
think I can
actually, you
only-
can.
Oh, I can?
It gives you fatigue if you try and teleport people, but you can do it.
Oh.
Rook is shaken.
If you teleport 2 people, you get 2 fatigue. If you ever get 3 fatigue, you're incapacitated.
Oh.
Huh.
So, it's a little dangerous. Spider, you're up first. Well, second, but you know what I mean. I assume Bishop has told everyone now that it would be a good time to get the hell out of this cave, though, right?
Yep. Well, job's done. Let's get going.
He says,
So,
drinking his soda.
So, Crow. Good luck. I'm gonna grab both Bishop and Rook.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm gonna go here.
That's just teleport, yeah? Alright, make your spellcasting roll.
It's a 5.
That is a 5, which is enough to activate the power, as I recall. However, you get 2 fatigue for doing so.
Yep.
Not that far from you guys.
Nah, you
I'm
can
out
just...
of the light.
You'll be
Oh wait, no,
fine.
he's out of the light. Shit.
I mean, there's still light.
Not-
It's-
He's fine.
He's out of the light, but not for any of the enemy's turns.
Right,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
So, good job. That's impressive. Good job. You have 2 fatigue down. Make sure you mark that down, just in case.
Where do I put that?
There's a fatigue thing up at the top. There's wounds and then fatigue on each side. The fatigue's on the
Oh,
right,
okay.
yeah.
I saw stunned and I was like, oh, so that spot's for stunned, huh?
Yeah, no, that's just a mark if you are stunned.
Wrong thing.
Yeah, it's fine. You unshake. Rook,
Unshake.
it's a good idea. You should roll that.
Yeah!
You did it. You can act as normal.
Get the fuck out. Actually, he's gonna
Rate of fire 3.
rate a fire 3 and then get the fuck out.
Okay. Do you want to try and shoot all the small ones?
Oh, that'd be really cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking yeah, let's go.
All right, let's see what you got. First attack. Okay, so that wild die's not going to help you, but that 6 is a hit. Let's see what your other d8s are. That's a 5, that's a hit. That's a 6, that's a hit. That's 3 hits. Roll some damage. Roll some bones. 9, 5, and 8 with AP 2. Well, 9 shakes, 5 does not, and 8 shakes. So 2 of them are shaken, but you aren't able to kill any of them. You're able to just suppress them as you go, though. And that's it's pretty good. You got 3 hits.
Good.
I mean, come on.
From that wide of an arcing shot, yeah, that's pretty good.
That is very good. Yeah. Good job. Well done. Bishop.
All right. Can I use a run action as well as shoot?
You can, but you would be at a -2 for shooting.
Well, how about flamethrower?
Does that reach?
You'd be at a -2 to activate it, but yes.
Hmm.
Does that reach?
Now, what I'll instead do...
No,
I don't think it reaches.
Not quite. You could move
Not as
up.
it stands, but the idea is
You
like...
could take a step forward. You could take a step forward, activate it, and then run, and that would work.
And that being said, just a single step forward, like...
It would be like 2. You'd have to activate it from that square to hit him.
You could like shoot it from here.
Well, yeah, I
like
can
that
just
one,
like...
that one.
Yeah, so I'll take a step here, and then I can move
Nope,
forward
nope.
back anyways.
Left.
Move left 1 square is what he's saying.
Oh, well, I was kind of thinking, slightly angle it. But...
Well, yeah, sure. That works.
I love the Cody.
Huh.
I wish instead of like making it look like a legit flamethrower sort of thing, you just had it as a traffic cone.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to find actual cone template images? Fucking
Yes.
hell. It is terrible. Anyway, so yeah, make your weird science roll to activate that.
I'm pretty sure I have it already set up just like this. Yep.
Wow. Sadly, you have a -2 because you were going to run.
No?
Oh, did you not say you were going to run?
No, I was just taking 2 steps forward and then I'll take 4 back.
Oh, okay, fair enough then. That does activate. Hey, nice. Roll damage. That is not very good damage, but this is fire damage. And that one was already shaken, so it's fucking dead. And let's see how this does in spirit.
Ha!
It has a spirit roll lower than the damage it took, and it is panicking and fleeing.
Yay! Time to get the fuck out.
Crow, your
It
turn.
kind of just like basically
yes.
unfolds that, shoots it, and then just like casually walks back.
Exactly. Crow, it is now your turn. One of them is shaken, one of them's running away, the big one's running away, and the other one is really confused.
I want to go towards here. And can you still shoot him from here with my rifle?
Yes.
I want to shoot the big one that's running away.
Okay, take a shot. Bully. I am
You're
kidding.
gonna all blow up anyways if they don't make it out of the cave.
I am kidding. It is a gigantic centipede monster. You got an 11. That is a hit with no raise. No, with a raise. Sorry. It does not have super dodge. It just has regular dodge. Super dodge isn't even a thing. Roll damage.
Yeah.
Yay.
Roll 2d8 exploding. Just because I don't want to bother going through and rolling the attacking, and just roll 2d8 exploding. /R 2d8 exclamation mark.
Oh god.
How?
The oh god is in reference to investigating a cake shake.
Cake shake, yes. However, a 5 is not enough to do more than bounce off of its armored carapace. Good try, though. It is now its turn, and it is just going to run the fuck away. In fact, this thing has a very nice run die. Run, buddy, run!
15 inches?
15 means that it rolled a 7.
Oh.
It is running the fuck away. It is gone, yo.
You see, that's very, well, bad news for it, because that's just deeper into the inability to escape the explosion.
Oh, yeah, no, it's, yeah. And that is the end of that round. You guys are at the entrance to the cave. I'm still going to deal you in, but I assume as soon as you get the chance, you're going to run the fuck out, yeah?
I thought Rook already did.
Well, Rook already did, yeah.
That's fair.
Let me... Hold on.
Technically, like, one tile below the bottom of the map, but, yeah.
Let's see if you guys get to see this before you run the fuck away.
Oh. Just remembered the.
Oh, hey, Joker!
Hey, you get your thing back.
You get a Joker!
Nice.
Everyone gets one fate chip.
Hey.
I don't get a fate chip, but I'm gonna give myself one anyway and just throw it onto the board and get rid of it. Excellent.
Yippee.
Alright,
Getting
so...
a lot of red ones.
So, let's sort this by card/suit, and first up is Bishop if you would like to leave right now. Otherwise, you can interrupt anyone else at any point you'd like.
You know, I'd actually rather wait, because if they want to get closer, I mean...
Yeah. Well, it is their turn next, so... Well, first, technically. So, let's see. 1, 2... Oh, 3, 4, 5, 6. The other one is going to attempt to unshake. Hey, look at that, it did it. It got a 4. So it is now unshaken, and it is going to move up as well.
No longer shook.
No longer shook.
Shook.
And what distance are you guys at? You guys are actually outside of their regular range, but they're both going to spit at Crow.
And that's where I'd like to interrupt.
Okay.
Just gotta take a step forward. Oh, these guys don't give up, do they? Pull out the pistol again.
Remember, you have a +2 to this and your damage roll, so go for it.
Alright, well, where's the cone? Because I just want to make sure this is gonna hit both of them without me needing to take too many steps forward.
Yes.
Yeah. In fact...
You know, Mike...
I guess?
I don't know, it's a little close.
Well, let's just roll for it and see what happens.
Yeah, let's just roll for it, see what happens.
Nice.
Then +2 on top of that, so...
Yeah, that is a 13. That is a success with the raise. Roll damage, add your bonus damage, add 2. That is 5.
9, 10,
That
11.
is... Yeah, that's 14. These things have armor, however, that is still hit with a raise on both of them, and they're gone.
Alright, time to walk out of here.
Yeah, their turn's over. Hey, Crow, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna get out of here.
Gonna get out of here? Alright.
Yeah.
And, Rook, you already left. Spider,
Rook
what
is
are you-
already out, but looks back.
Okay, Spider, you're exhausted, but what are you doing?
Oh, Spider, he's real intrigued, so he's gonna wait. No, he's gonna book it.
Good fucking plan.
I don't want to blow it up.
Yeah. So here's the thing. It was set to explode in like 4 rounds ish. So you guys had time. Rook, you're looking back. You see this thing coming out of the darkness towards you guys.
Nope. Keep running. Don't look back.
Yeah. So you guys make it out. Good for you. And why don't you tell me what you do? Because you know that cave's about to fucking explode.
Rook fucking books it.
Books it.
Books it? You guys are just booking it.
Yes.
100%.
Gotcha.
That's gonna explode real large. Like, even... That thing's gonna be dealt with, hopefully.
Yeah.
But the explosion's
In
a bit of a
fact-
danger.
In fact, it is. Because Bishop took the time to make sure that it was, nuke them from orbit is the only way to be sure. And, well, basically you firebombed the fuck out of the cave, and including the collapsing cave on top of it, and, everything's on fire. It's terrible for everything in there. But for you guys, it's a nice, pretty light show that, lights up behind you as you get the fuck out of there. And that...
Spider is the only one that looks at the explosion, because cool guys don't look at explosions.
It's true. And, just because I feel like, rolling some dice here. Yeah, I didn't
Jesus
roll
Christ,
any...
no.
Didn't roll any aces, but, that's the explosion. If you guys want a comparison.
That's pretty good.
That's a lot of damage.
And that's fire damage through the entire cave. So.
Yeah.
It's pretty effective.
Yeah. I would have said if you just rolled all ones, it was just oh.
Yeah, it would have been. But that would have just basically meant the firebomb was a dud, and you guys get to have another session dealing with centipedes. Anyway. Point is, you guys make it back to the van. You get inside. Miller is there. He's got the only surviving member of Iota 7, and you guys fly back to base.
I assume you did bring the laptop.
Yeah, it was already ran
It
back.
was already put back.
It was already
Yeah.
ran back to the thing by Spider.
That
Just
feeling
right.
when Bishop does fantastic at placing and setting the bomb, and then it's a dud.
Yeah, right. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Oh, that would have been great.
It would have been
Especially,
terrible.
even worse by the fact that after the first round, he was just so smug.
Oh, hey, by the way, did you guys remember to brace yourself when you got back in the van?
Rook did.
No.
Yeah.
I'm in shotgun.
Hey, Crow,
I
did
had
you?
a seatbelt on.
Hey, Crow, did you remember to brace yourself?
No.
Make an agility roll. Remember, you have a -1 from fatigue, but that should be applied automatically.
Agility roll, you said, right?
Agility.
Agility. Just click agility. There you go. Hey, look at that. You
And a
did
wild
it.
die.
You don't fall over and hit your face. You're ready for it this time.
Hey, Cody,
What's
And
up?
that's my
she
first-
brace herself.
She
Did anyone
does.
warn her?
No, she did. She just sat down on one of the benches and just held on. She saw the jet engines on this thing. What the fuck?
Well, at least
The
laying
van
them
with
off,
jet engines.
Anyway, and you guys make it back to base. A successful mission, and Crow with way too many fate chips. I'll have to try and kill him harder next time.
Do those stay around?
No.
Okay. Because, that's a lot of fate shit.
Well, nothing happened to him.
So
Come on,
you're
man.
saying we can't just collect fate chips and then one day there's a final boss, and we're just like, add a D6,
No,
add a D6,
no,
add a
sad,
D6,
no,
add a
no.
D6.
So
Sadly,
also,
not how it works.
Rook
Stack all
100%.
of our supplies for the final boss.
Yep.
Rook 100% slugs Crow for throwing fire at him.
Good job, Crow. You've been punched. Roll
Yeah,
damage. Roll damage. No.
Literally.
Shit. You guys make it back to base. You're congratulated on a job well done, and basically you can drop your gear off to get cleaned and repaired and all that. Recollect the ammo, resupply, all that.
Get new glasses.
Get new glasses. Yeah, Bishop, you got your new lenses. It's fine. You got those as soon as you got back. Nice punch. Rook, retroactively, because you looked back to see this thing, I need you to make a fear roll, this is just spirit roll, at a -5. Now, you add 2 from your grit, so it's a -3.
I'm gonna use my
You had 2 fate chips.
I
Yeah.
had two fate chips, so add a d6.
Okay.
Give that to you.
Yep. Roll a d6 exploding. Okay. You don't
And then I'm gonna
panic.
reroll.
You don't panic.
Okay.
Cause oh wait, no. You rolled 6 and you have a -3 still. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. You should reroll
Then I
that.
use my other one to reroll.
Yeah, you should do that. Otherwise, I get to roll in the fear table. All right, roll that d6 again. See if you get it. See if you get something better. Ooh,
Oh my
you
God.
don't. I get to roll on
Give
the
a
fear.
fear.
I get to roll on the fear table.
What does he get for being
Let's find out.
good or bad?
It's generally bad. However, you got a pretty alright roll. Okay. It's it said it's here. 124. Let's see. You got an 8. That's okay. You were just distracted while you were running away because you were like, "What the fuck is that?" That's well, okay, technically it's vulnerable, but vulnerable, distracted, they're basically the same thing. You just weren't paying attention where you were going because you couldn't take your eyes off that thing. Yeah.
What the?
Now, allow me to provide a little bit of a notice on how this fear level thing works. If you see a terrifying thing and you fail a roll, and it's not just like a nauseous roll, like that tent, that would have just shaken you. You would have been fine. It wouldn't have been anything terrible. If you had to roll fear for that. But if you see something absolutely terrifying, like a giant fuck off Cthulhian centipede, the fear table ranges from one good effect at 1 to 3, which is adrenaline surge, which your fight or flight kicks in and you basically act as if you had a Joker that round. That is great. However, if you happen to, on the d20 with modifiers, get a 22 or higher, you have a heart attack and could die instantly.
Oh, cool. Rook just had a heart attack and died.
And there's plenty of other things in the midpoint and in other areas that can give you permanent hindrances. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. This was Savage Worlds. This was Savage Worlds rule set for SCP agents, and our team made it through. And because you guys managed to actually completely destroy that cave, there's 2 things. One, I'm gonna add a chaos chip to the pot. Chaos chips are really fun. They're fate chips. I'm not gonna tell you the full story of them. I picked up the idea from somewhere else, and I love the idea. But if you know what legend chips are, legend chips work like blue chips, except when you use them, no matter what you use them for. And you can use them to reroll any roll, including my rolls, including somebody else's rolls, including table rolls on the fear table. You can reroll anything with them. If you reroll something good that's beneficial for you, you also add a +2 to whatever result you get. So you can add a d6 +2 to something if you want. I'm going to add a chaos chip to the pot, which works like a legend chip, but it might have some other effects I won't tell you about right now.
Oh,
And on top of that, I'm also going to give all of you 1 advance for actually doing that and doing it much better than I anticipated. Congratulations. You guys are now seasoned with 1 extra advance. You guys have 5 advances. Fantastic.
Hexslinger.
So here's the
Also, I
real-
wink towards a Rook to signify that.
100%.
What's up, Wody?
What color is the chaos chip?
The chaos trap will be green.
Ah.
Nice. It's a chaos emerald.
uh, eventually there will be 7 in the pot, and then I will rule the world. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. That's the end for today.
It
Okay.
was fun.
Yeah.
Terrifyingly
It was
fun.
fun. Yeah.
Don't worry, it'll be more terrifying next time.